I'm not gonna make a video for that, so I'm gonna fucking tomorrow it is.
Yeah.
Tomorrow do it live.
Live.
Happy birthday, Lee! Tomorrow. But close enough, because I'll be sleeping by then. Lee's gonna do an after party birthday live stream when I shut this down, so make sure you guys stick around, spread the word.
Oh shit!
Very good, man. Happy Spirit for let's see, how does it go? Happy Spirit Journey Formation Anniversary.
I've never heard that one before.
Me neither. Apparently,
it was a happy Formation Day.
Happy flopping out of the vag day.
Yeah. Happy uterine expulsion day.
Mm-hmm. Utero eviction day.
Oh fuck! I said that to my mom today. She's like, "God, you're gross."
Happy after birthday.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we squeezed about all the gross we could get out of that one.
Yep.
Or perhaps I've spoken.
Yeah.
Derek hasn't chimed in yet.
Were you cooter birth or were you removed? Like a tumor?
I was cooter birth.
Yeah.
Cooter birth or kidnapped.
No. Yeah, I was cooter birth. Sorry, Dad.
He never forgave you for that.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking! How about those cool cops in Neil's video, man? I've never seen anything like that in my fucking life.
Oh, that's like,
man,
it's like West Texas, man.
Oh yeah,
cops are the same. Yeah, man. They'll help you out when it comes to stuff like that, especially when they know, man, there is no sense fighting this. Like, we're not going to gain anything by putting resistance up to this, man. They'll at least help facilitate you, doing what you want to do to a degree. So.
Yeah, man, I was surprised. I thought it was fucking party over 20 minutes in when they just like blocked us at the light, and then fucking VP works his magic and talked to him, and next thing you know, they're fucking blocking traffic all the way to downtown while everybody's just fucking going ballistic behind them, just wheelies for days.
Oh my god! Someone in the side chat has your fucking old picture, Josh.
Oh yeah,
there.
Yeah, that's the man. Yeah, we always look forward to having the man in the side chat.
Mexican shade tree.
Yeah, I was loving it, dude. The dude doing a wheelie right through that intersection past a bunch of cops. I was like, man, that is bold as brass, dude. They fucking
that's right.
As soon as we left, they were just doing it the whole way, following that car, man. And the cops even gave us a thing. They gave us a card. They're like, next event, just let us know. We're like, oh shit. Fucking got the seal of approval from Kent County Sheriff, so that's cool. Yeah,
I mean, they got to realize that, they can't ever say it out loud, but they got to realize that wheelies on mini bikes is just like so incredibly low risk.
Yeah, I think that's probably why they don't care as much. If it was like tons of big, huge sport bikes going ham, then they probably have a problem with that. But it's like we didn't really ever go over 40 miles an hour the whole time, so it wasn't a big deal.
You should just start calling it a Shriner parade.
Dude, everybody downtown was just going fucking nuts. I never seen so many cell phones out, just fucking World Star everywhere, just fucking, oh my god. It was sweet, man. Lee, you should have made it. We're gonna have a Halloween one, so.
Oh, I know, I was so bummed. I haven't been able to leave this office in like fucking 2.5 months. I've been stuck in this little room.
Shipping orders?
Yeah. Shipping orders, designing stuff. Then like right when it's like, all right, cool, I got my shit done for the day. Walk upstairs, grab like a sandwich, and all of a sudden like you hear that ching sound that another order comes in. It's like, fuck.
Yeah, get caught up.
Yeah, back downstairs.
I know that sucks. I mean, that's awesome, but that also sucks.
Yeah, it's a good problem to have.
Yeah. What website are you using?
I've got my own site for it.
Okay, so it's not like through like Wix or Big Cartel or anything like that?
No.
Okay.
No, fuck all that shit. Their e-commerce system is garbage, and they take like a massive cut of what you're making, basically, for them doing nothing. So
hell yeah.
Yeah, it's true, man. Like Big Cartel's the worst.
Order the slicker if you're in Florida, man. I fucking use mine all day today in the rain. Work like a fucking champ.
Yeah, Got a new one coming out. The fall line I started designing today. It's we got a new one coming. Got a camo one. It's pretty dope.
Oh hell yeah, Urban Joker, fucking representing in the side chat.
Dang, Urban Joker, you're the one man keeping this channel going right now.
No shit.
Yeah, because everything is being demonetized.
Yeah,
Everything.
all my last vids got hit. So oh well. I'm not gonna try and censor them because everybody fucking starts raising an uproar in the comments. Oh, you fucking censoring your shit now? Ugh. So whatever.
Undemonetized content. Andrew
Andrew L, thank you, sir.
Hell yeah, a bunch of good vids lately, man. I love that video you did, Tim, of that motorcycle trip, man. That was gorgeous.
Oh, thanks, dude. That was a gorgeous trip, man. I just did not want to come home from that one. Up there in the mountains is so beautiful. It's so cool. 70-degree days. If you look at the ambient air on my instrument readout, it's always like 68 degrees, 72 degrees, 70 degrees. We came back to 101 degrees on the day we came back from that trip. I was like, yeah, it was great.
Rough,
Thank
man.
you. Glad you enjoyed it.
I loved it, man. That's exact.
And
It's just crazy that, and I feel like I'm not far from the only person that can say this. I've been riding motorcycles my whole life, man. Which is weird to say, I've been riding motorcycles. Yeah. And it's like I've just never before. I mean, I've ridden on a long trip to like one destination. You know, I've been like, we're going here, and it's like 1,000 miles away. Like I've done that, but I just so almost ashamed to say, like in California, that just like meandering, just wandering around, and just like let's go here today and let's go there, going on a tour. I've never done that before, and I freaking loved it. I mean, it was just the best. I had the best freaking time doing it.
oh yeah. Yeah, that's truly it helps you. You always will enjoy any kind of a trip like that when a motorcycle is involved. Like it adds a whole new level of perception and sensory information to it. You know, it's just the only way to do it.
Yeah. Urban Joker back again. Let her rip, Tater Chip.
Jeez. Thanks, man. Fuck the demonetizers.
Speaking of which,
you ever do any touring like that, man?
Who?
You.
Oh, me? Yeah.
Yeah, Mr.
Nothing like crazy, but like it kind of sucks for doing that kind of shit up here because I live in like the flattest place on the fucking planet. Like there's a stretch of Canada that like 1,500 miles of it is nothing but a flat straight line. So to do anything like Canada based kind of sucks balls. Like I did one going out west once, and like 3/4 of that trip was just like a flat straight line where you're falling asleep. Fucking, you got like the throttle lock on. You're just sitting there like,
sounds like the Trans-Pecos region of West Texas out here. Just exactly what you do. Put the throttle lock on and take a nap. About 30, 45 minutes later, wake up and figure out where you are.
Yeah, you literally could. Then like as soon as you hit like British Columbia, it's like, oh fuck yeah, we can ride now. But that's a long ways away. But yeah, I've done it once, and that was the only time I ever did it. Was like one of those trips. I need to do it somewhere like in America where there's some roads and some corners and some fun stuff.
Well, here from Tampa, I think what we're going to do is there's an auto train, and you can put your bike on it, and it goes all the way up to Washington, D.C.
Oh, shit.
And so it's like, because the big problem with Florida is, you know, you got to come back. And not that that's bad about Florida, but it's getting out of Florida to get anywhere is an event. Just like you were saying with you, it's like it's an event to get out of where you are.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
You take the auto train, you get a sleeping car that you sleep on, and you fucking go up to DC and you just ride back.
Yeah. There is like, if I went through Ontario, it's super dope, but like, man, that's a risky ride, that one, because there's like, I think an 8 or 9 hour section of Ontario where there's no fucking cell service. There's like no towns. There's no nothing. You're fucked if something happens. And that road is all single lane, like on the side of cliffs, and there's moose fucking everywhere. It's gnarly. I've driven in truck like multiple times, and it's been a fucking scare fest the entire way. I remember I drove that in a blizzard once and was just like fuck white knuckling the steering wheel for like 12 hours solid.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but those roads in the summertime would be fucking incredible if they've got cell service through there, and like, you know, a way that if you fuck yourself up, it would be you know, you get saved, then it would be an amazing ride. Oh, Red One's asking me stuff.
Yes, if that was a Manfrotto tripod.
Yes, sir. That is a Manfrotto. And I got the I got the fluid head on it right now too. Yeah, that's the badass Mammer Jammer. I actually traded it in though. I had the fancy carbon fiber version of it, and it was only like fucking 6 ounces lighter. And I was like, yeah, that's not worth it for an extra $400. Thank you. Give me the aluminum one.
Oh, hey, Lee. By the way, I was going to tell you, I got that freaking 3-axis gimbal that you endorsed when I mentioned it.
Oh yeah, the Smooth Q or whatever.
Yeah, the Smooth Q. In fact, I used it in the most recent video. I didn't use it very much because I didn't want to carry it around everywhere we rode, you know, with my wife on the back of the bike too. But I'll use it more extensively in the next video probably. Works great. You were absolutely right. Thanks for the recommendation on that.
Yeah, those things are super nice, man. I want one of those so bad. It'd just be cool to have because it's pretty small and compact, so it's something I could just kind of like have on me all the time. And since my phone's always in my pocket already anyways, and it shoots 4K, it would just be like, I don't know why I don't have that set up.
You can throw a GoPro on it really easily too. So
yeah, they actually make an adapter kit for it now or something.
Yeah, it comes with one. Mine came with one.
Oh yeah,
you slip your GoPro into it and then pop it in that deal, and you're good to go.
Oh, fucking sweet. Well, yeah, I gotta get one of those then.
How them wheelies coming, Neil?
Yeah,
not as good as they should be. Dude, I don't ever have time to go like hit a lot and practice. So whenever I'm trying, it's just like in the street, and they just end up being shitty little ones. That's why. That's all you see in my
What's the
vid.
deal with those? Lee, you could probably answer this. The dudes who sit there who have like the pegs on the back to do like stand-up wheelies, and I'm sure it still takes a lot of skill to do that. It just looks so stupid easy because they basically just stand it up. Then all of a sudden they're like riding a Segway. I'm just it's like this like natural standing position.
Yeah, that's like kind of a joke around the stunt community. Is like that's like the fucking cheater setup. Like if you do friends don't let friends do double peg wheelies.
Are they easier? Some of the guys are like, oh, just go straight to stand ups. They're easier. So
it's easier to control the bike, I guess, with like, you know, having your feet spread out like that and having a solid platform. But I just do them seat standard all the time. I find it pretty much the same thing, and you look a lot cooler. So
yeah, I walked into the times I've tried, like I get up on the pegs and then your bike gets like ultra wobbly, and I'm like, yeah, I'll go ahead and sit back down.
Undoubtedly, though, like seat stand circles are easier. Like circle wheelies, that's the easiest possible way to circle wheelies, stand, you know, in the seat.
Yeah,
no fucking effort at all.
Deep South, keeping the dream alive.
I want to see some more.
Yeah, it looks like you got 3 pretty active contributors. You've already made over $100.
Damn, thank you guys.
Yeah,
I almost hit the fucking. I hit the fucking telephone wires with the drone this week.
Oh, you got to watch that. Yeah.
Or at the thing, like bounced off him. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like you got to try that fucking double peg stand up shit.
Yeah.
It looks like all those other dudes just do it like indefinitely. It's just like standing up.
They can literally do the whole ride doing that, except they end up blowing their fucking Grom engines up. Because Groms don't have an oil feeder tube to the top, so when you do them too long, they fucking blow up.
Yeah, but with the handbrake too, like handbrakes, sometimes easier to use too, so that's why a lot of guys also stick with that.
Yeah,
I said, fuck it, I'm gonna handbrake for the KTM, not for wheelies though. I just want a fucking handbrake. I just can't get around fucking. It just seems like so much easier, and you're trying to fucking do it like. Every time I'm out there and like any time I'm doing a right hand turn, I'm just like, God, it would be so nice to have a fucking break on the side.
Fuck.
Hey Josh, well, both of you guys, Lee and Josh, you got your Harley vids were badass, by the way.
Sure.
I'm glad to see they are doing well. And Josh, I got to tell you, yours especially struck a chord with me because it's kind of conversations that we had previous to that about the whole thing. About certain aspects of it, I thought that was. I'll be honest with you. I thought you were a little bit harsh on the Road Glide review video. and I thought that this one was like really even-handed and really well thought out. And it like for a long time after I watched the video, I just sat and thought about it. I thought about the things you said. So I contemplated that video all like.
Well, thank you, man.
A lot. Yeah.
That's about the best compliment I could ask for. You sat around and pondered it for a while.
Right. Yeah. It really made me think about the subject, you know.
I tell you, I mean, I surprised it sounds like I'm fucking stroking my own dick, but I surprised myself even because even when I was writing it, like, you don't ever start out writing something like that and go like, this is exactly how I feel. It kind of happens while I'm writing it. I start thinking of stuff and going like, oh, wow, this is how I feel. After I was done writing it, I was like, man, this is kind of harsh. You know, I'm really being mean. And like, also you can be like, if this video does hundreds of thousands of views, this is something that could negatively affect people. I mean, I'm literally, I'm putting this out there, and I am definitely causing a negative effect for Harley-Davidson's marketing. And I always just tell myself that to realize, like, when I do stuff like that, like, that's, you know, what you do has impact.
Yeah,
that's what
totally.
That's what critics
Especially
do, man.
Yeah,
critics
totally.
Critics have been doing that since the dawn of anything related to media. So
I told myself after I was done writing, like, I was looking at it, and even after I was done editing it, I was just like, you know what? I feel right about this. Like, I don't feel wrong in what I said at all. You know, I feel like.
Yeah, no, same here. It was.
Yeah.
I had no problems putting that one out, even though some of it was negative and probably could affect me in the industry that I'm in a little bit of a negative way. But I was like, I'm sorry, but I'm right on this subject right now.
But it's kind of like I said, I don't know if you saw the comment. I know we talked about it a lot on SFF, but I also left you a comment on the video, Lee. And basically I said, you know, right or wrong, you raised a lot of really good points, and Harley-Davidson needs to listen to people your age who do what you do, because you are their most coveted demographic. You are who they want to ride their motorcycles, and they better listen to how you see things, if nothing else.
Exactly. And like I said in the video too, like the guys like me and all the fucking however many hundred other crazy talented guys out there that are doing the shit that we do, like, we've been selling those bikes to younger people in the last few years for them, basically.
Yeah.
And they're not listening to us, and that's a fucking stupid decision, because, you know, the younger people looking at those bikes is like, that's what I want to do with these things. Oh, wait, go ahead.
Well, hold on. If they give it to you, though, don't expect to keep it.
Yeah.
If they end up giving me one to ride and I can't keep it, I'll be fucking throwing down the Cal Drogo and spray painting a big dick on the side of it.
You'll get to unveil one, right, Josh? Right, Josh, he'll get to unveil one and then, like, you know, make a really bad acting, corny shit. It probably says in the script to act dumb.
I think they made an incredibly huge misstep. I think that this is, I really do. Like, they really, really fucked up big time.
Yeah,
it's not just the new Dyna. That's what everybody goes like, oh, what, the Dyna's dead, who cares? You know, it's like, it's not just that. It's the whole concept. It's the whole concept.
Yeah. No, that's a bummer, but who knows? I'm not going to say any more than what I said in the video about it until I can get on one and ride it and see what it's like.
Yeah.
So. Either way, it's like you're still talking about a bike that's going to be several $1,000s more than a base model Dyna to buy right off the showroom floor. That was my biggest thing. It's like, you're like, oh, it doesn't matter, the Dyna's dead. I'm like, no, they created a much more expensive motorcycle.
Yeah.
And the Milwaukee 8 with all this fucking shit on it and all this electronic stuff. Also, like, it's going to be so much more expensive to modify that bike.
And well,
than it was a Dyna.
Yeah, and that's the point that I brought up too, was like having that shared platform across so many bikes decreases their cost so much. You'd think it'd end up in a more cost-effective bike, but they're just dickheads, and they're like, no, fuck you, you can pay more for this thing.
They should have lowered the bike. They should have been able to sell like the base with Street Bob or Lowride or whatever the lowest one is.
Oh,
like
yeah,
$10,000.
They save themselves.
Well,
yeah, like they save themselves countless millions of dollars doing that by having that shared platform. So like, it's, you know, something they definitely could have done if they wanted to.
Yeah, they're just kind of doing the Street series and the Sportster series. That is what they're considering like their guy without any money who wants a Harley model, and everything else they're trying to make it elite, and that's a mistake.
Dude, I bet you how much you want to bet the new series sounds like two pairs of scissors, just like all the other fucking new ones, 2017 and up. None of them sound good, dude. It sounds like so what the fuck is this?
Yeah. I love the street ride though. I think Backroad, like as of 2018, you have pretty much the coolest bike that Harley-Davidson makes.
Yeah. That's definitely one of them. The Roadster, and the 750 street rod. Those are my two favorite things they have right now since the Dyna's gone.
Yeah, I really love that 750 because it's got a lot of cues from the XR 1200, and that's like my favorite Harley ever.
It's hard to get used to. I mean, well, it's hard for me to get used to anyway. I mean, I'm just now getting used to the clutch and not being afraid of it and stuff because the clutch is a touch. I'm not even fucking joking. You touch the fucking thing and you're good to switch. So on the other end, trying to go out in first gear is like, careful, don't loop it because it just catches all of a sudden. It kind of sucks. But that's me.
It's also, how many miles are on it? Billy, how many miles are on it?
Shut up. I don't want to say.
Well, I'm just saying. The clutch,
he's got 94. He has 94 miles on it.
I'm just the clutch will get better, man.
Yeah, I only got.
It'll get less grabby as you wear it in. I'm trying to be a dick. I'm being honest. Like it will.
No, I only got 400 miles on it. It's kind of shitty.
That's way more than I've done this year. So don't feel bad about it.
Like that, all that shit breaks in, like gearbox, brand new bikes with their gearboxes are notchy, like the clutch is grabby, like all that shit.
It'll take a couple thousand miles for that stuff to smooth out a little bit. Yeah.
Damn.
My Triumph was like that. My Triumph had a real notchy gearbox for like the first 1,000, even 1,500 miles. And I started thinking to myself, why is this thing so, it was almost clunky. You know, and I worked through, and now it's a real smooth shifting gearbox. Little things like that will kind of wear in, and you'll see.
Yeah, I've never had anything new. I never, like I said in a video, I've never had underwear new. I go to Goodwill for that shit, bitch.
I feel like that's all newer bikes. They just smooth out the more you ride them.
They do.
Shit gets worn in.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't watched your guys' Harley vids yet. I'm still trying to catch up on fucking SEMM vids because there's so many. I just watched Derek's and read ones today.
Yeah, I just watched Derek's today too. That's yeah. One of my favorite ones so far is Boris on Bikes one. His was, I don't know, man. He just captured a certain ambiance.
I didn't fucking pay attention to filming at all this year. I didn't give a fuck. So mine was lacking as fuck. I didn't even have one video from the night of the actual event. Everything was like pre-party fucking footage. So my shit was so lacking. But I felt obligated to put some shit up.
No, I think that was a good solid video. I liked all the lane splitting in it.
Shit's stupid and nothing special about lane splitting.
Mm-hmm. I liked all the I'll tell you one thing that you did on yours is you did probably the best job I've seen so far of anybody's video of actually showing how dense the crowd was because you were trying to ride your motorcycle through the whole thing twice.
Well, I got there right after Arson, so everybody that was probably all over the place probably just like creamed around Arson and Sub D before I got there, and that's when I got there. That's why I was like, I had to like fight through the fucking crowd to get there.
Yeah.
Man, it was fun though. It was fun.
Yeah, this year was just like I was just trying to enjoy it and fucking not worry about videos. I hate having to worry about filming at those all the time.
Yeah.
Dude, I was like,
I'm gonna make
at that moment,
video.
At that time, Derek, I was puking up pieces of my liver.
Yeah, your sorry ass never even left Palm Springs, did you? You like rode to Jack in the Box and back?
Yeah. That's right. That's fucking true.
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I didn't even reach Jack in the Box, bro. I couldn't find it. I tried to stop and ask this crazy dude with black fingernails directions, and I turned around and didn't talk to him because I realized he had like panties on or some shit. Something really bad.
You could have did like me and just rode in the car. get that AC life and just be like, "Are we there yet?"
Yeah, I would have done that probably.
I don't even think I had so much fun at SCMM, but I don't think I'm going to make a video about it at all.
What?
Like, just like I'll make. I'm just like, I was looking through my footage. I'm like, there's nothing I'm going to put out there that nobody else already did, you know? Like, I've got enough other videos to make about my time in California. And I got videos where, like, I'm talking about SCMM, you know? But, like, fucking hey, dude. I'm like, what am I going to show that nobody else has already showed already, you know?
That's kind of the way I felt about that's how I approached all my That's how I approached all my videos, was that I made it more about, yeah, that's part of it. The meetup and everything is part of it, but I made it more about just the experience of riding in California if you're not from there.
I feel like I would rather like sit down and do like a talking head video about how I felt about SCMM rather than just try to put together a video about it.
You should do a talking head and then roll some footage in from it.
Yeah, that's pretty good idea.
Yeah, like that's how I did my SCMM debrief last year. Was I did the video and then I did another video talking about things I didn't put in the video. You could do that; it would work out perfectly.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that because I was kind of looking through this shit. I was trying to express like how I felt. You know, everyone out there was so fucking cool, man, and it was just meeting Neil and Derek and Drew and Arts and all these people. It was just like everybody went out of their way to help us, and it was so cool and so amazing. And just looking through some of this footage, I'm looking at it and going like, wow, like this was amazing. And I listen to what I say, and I'm like, I'm not properly expressing myself to how fucking amazing this actually was at all, you know. So I just almost think I'm just gonna do that. Like I'm gonna do some footage. I'm just gonna kind of talk about it, how it made me feel and stuff.
Yeah, people were.
How I gotta talk about my feelings, you know.
Right in the feels. Yeah, that's why I didn't really care about riding this year, just because it's all about. To me, it's more about just seeing everybody and having a good time, and not just like the highway ride, which is like I can deal without that video.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
did that the last 2 years.
I like how I realized that the first year is just like feeling everything out, right? And the next year it's just like this. From now on, it's going to be this crazy.
I loved it, man. It was a bodacious fucking party. You know, it was fucking right on, man. One of my like favorite. I don't know if you guys know this, but literally one of my very favorite things to do is to get drunk. I enjoy my time being drunk. You know, I treasure it. I cherish it. And I got drunk a lot out in California, so it was really great. So. Yeah.
Every day was a pregame day until the real day, and then we're like, oh shit. even like
the second day we were out there, like this is the pre party.
Yeah, the pre. And the day of, Drew's like, oh, you can ride Red's fucking bike or whatever if you want. And I was like, yeah, I'm kind of hungover. I'm kind of glad I'm in the car at this point.
Brent Wendell. Let me tell you, I feel like he comes off like that in a lot of videos. Motonasi was a super fucking nice guy, man.
He was nice. Remember when you were in the liquor store?
Really fucking nice dude.
Remember when you bought beer for fucking everybody at the liquor store? Everybody that was at the counter, and he was sitting there. I knew who he was, but I was like, "You got a YouTube channel?" He's real nice though. He looked at me and said, "Yeah, man, check it out, Motonosity." I was like, "Oh, I know, man. I'm sorry."
One thing I did like in his vid is his wife or whatever went up that fucking sky lift. I didn't even know there was that shit. Next year, I want to go do that next year before I get all wasted.
You passed it on the way in.
Or maybe get slightly lit and then go right on the Skytram, and it'll be even more fun.
I did that like fucking probably 10 plus years ago, and it was like only $28 then, and it goes all the way up, and there's a restaurant up there and all these trails.
Dang, we should do that Friday next year, the pre-day skylift, and I'll go up there.
It's enough where we could take that train or the bus there too. Like we could go there fucking buzzing hard and fucking scare the shit.
Yeah, we should do that. One other thing I think we should do is, did you guys see that when you're leaving on the dunes where you can rent the 4-wheelers and just go fucking ape shit?
Yeah. I don't think anyone's gonna.
That'd make a good.
It sounds fun, but no one's gonna feel like doing that when the day comes. You know what I'm saying?
I'm down. I'll do it. It looked fun.
If you're in an air conditioned car all the way there, you might feel like it, but riding there,
Do it and, we'll make it. And before we do it, we'll go like, all right, everybody, leave in the comments who do you think's gonna get kicked out of this motherfucker first. Off until somebody gets like a contest who gets kicked out of this thing first. Like,
Yeah, it looked fun.
yeah.
It's like an endurance. It's like a Festivus.
Tropic Beat
Like a Festivus challenge.
/ Palm Beach Rider. He hasn't made a video in a while. He's there in the side chat. Palm Beach Rider.
We see where that
he was down at the pub this weekend with Chief J and
Informal
other people. Thanks for coming out, man. I always like seeing you. Sorry I couldn't get fucked up with you. Good guy though. I like him a lot.
I think Arson bitched at me. I can't remember really because it was a fog because a lot of shit was happening to me on Sunday morning. But I'm pretty sure he got mad at me for stealing the bullhorn and asking cars to pull over. He says he wasn't, but I'm pretty sure he was. I was asking people to pull over with the bullhorn and present their license and registration.
Arson got stuck on the highway on that Sportster today.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, with your picture.
Oh yeah. I just had to dig that one out. I had it on a freaking USB drive, on a outboard drive. And when I saw the man, I was like, I need to dig that out, man.
It's golden.
Did you see what the man said? He said, "Nice pick, Tim Kreitz Adventures." Hell yeah. That's awesome.
So I just turned 6. I've told this story. I think I was 15 or 16 in that picture. I can't remember. And
12, but you got the fuzz.
If you're wondering why I'm not wearing glasses, it's because I didn't wear glasses till I was like, I needed glasses.
You just couldn't afford them until you were like, in your 20s or something.
I could have gotten them and just like I just squinted forever because I didn't want to wear glasses.
Do you ever wear contacts, Josh?
Never tried them.
I guess that was fake.
Yeah, never tried them.
I do. I like to wear them when I'm going riding, so then I don't have to fuck with my glasses and a helmet.
Yeah, and yeah, it's weird. You were wearing glasses the entire time in California.
Yeah, well, that's because I wasn't really riding, so I didn't have to fuck with it. Although I think I did one of the days I did out at the pool and stuff because I was like, man, if I get super wasted and like break my glasses, I'll be pissed. Seems like that might have happened one of the years. Like I fucking got all drunk and like rolled on him in the bed or something.
Damn.
Dang, Urban Joker, relentless, dude. You must be made of money. You're like Dan Blazarian or something, aren't you?
Nuts.
Oh shit.
Just fucking. Phew. Thank you, man.
It's like we have to have Urban Joker Appreciation Day, man. That guy's fucking. By the way, he's getting ready to start his channel soon, I think.
Hell yeah, it's about time. Not the best time on YouTube to start a channel, but
No, these are the dark days of YouTube, man.
these are the darkest days.
Yeah.
For some of
It's
us, at
the
least.
depression.
No, it's the
Great
darkest
depression.
days of YouTube. You are right.
Yeah.
At least
Yeah,
from fucking 2007. Before that,
Yeah.
it was fucking never been anything like this before to this
yeah.
scale.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I've had my channel since 2006. Of course, it wasn't active for a lot of that time, but yeah, this is the absolute worst it has ever been. Ain't no doubt about it. It's so ridiculous.
Derek, I think you've probably been doing this the longest out of anybody here right now.
I don't know why Shade Tree, but she's so low to me, man. I think it's because I'm using speakers. Everyone
Could be. We can hear him. Yeah, I can hear him in my headphones just fine.
That's why. Never mind.
Yeah, I was just saying, Derek. I think out of all of us, you've been.
I can hear you. I see you talking, but I don't hear it.
Well, somebody else say what I said to Derek.
Yeah, he says that as far as he knows, which I think we all agree with this, of everyone on the panel, you've been doing this the longest.
No.
Yeah.
Fuck no.
On the
You talking
panel?
about motovlogging?
Yeah, on this panel? Yeah.
Here. Yeah. Out of us.
Probably.
Yeah.
I started after you. I was on YouTube in 2006, but
I guess, yeah. But
my first video was a motorcycle video, but not a moto vlog.
Yeah.
Shout out to that old school
I had that high 8 fucking DV cam. that 8-bit.
I did too.
Yeah, my first one was 2007 was a stunt video I put on here, and after that I was like, fuck YouTube until like 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was the same way. I used to post stuff on here that wasn't mine. Like at one time, my channel, this very channel, had like 7.5 million views on it, and it was because I posted like Keith Code's twist of the wrist, and I posted all this stuff that was not stuff I produced. I posted a whole bunch when I was teaching motorcycle safety. I posted a whole bunch of motorcycle safety foundation videos on it. I had all that kind of stuff for a long time. Then I let it go dormant for a while until I went back out on the road as a musician full time in 2012, and I started putting music on it. And those are still the videos that have they dwarf any of my moto vlogs. I think my biggest motorcycle related video has like maybe 40,000 views, 45,000 views, and like my biggest music video has like 250,000 views. So the music stuff is still the most popular stuff on the channel, but I didn't start doing moto vlogs until mid 2014 when I found Josh's channel.
Good old Josh spreading that gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Him, the original copyright infringer. He's like, let me go ahead and upload all these vids. Did you guys see that big win for H3H3?
Yes,
awesome.
So great.
And there's already some other shit going on with this fair use shit.
Yeah, I
Really?
saw that on Philip DeFranco today, but
Yeah.
that other thing is way different than what H3H3 did.
Oh, H3s was a way grander scale.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that other one from Philip DeFranco, but I
There's
did
some
see
fucking-
another.
It's some chick with like 125,000 subs, fucking like suing some guy over like some video that had like 40,000 views or 25,000 views or some shit. It was something of that scale, and she's going out of her way to sue some guy because he downloaded. It's her at some like Hillary Clinton thing, and like
She was
the
a Hillary
night election. It's at election night, and it was a video of her bummed during that whole shit, and then he downloaded her video, cut it up, and like titled it something SJW something like basically speaking down on her or whatever, and that's kind of what triggered the whole thing. But it's all from a YouTube video, to dumb it down. It's all from a YouTube video being downloaded off someone's thing, and then and she don't think it was fair use.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah, and then she went to that extent.
He didn't offer any. He didn't try to remake it or use it for critique or commentary. Yeah, he basically just chopped it up differently. He re-edited it and re-uploaded it. And so it's real different than what H3H3 did. I think, of course, it's a different court jurisdiction. Who knows how it'll go? But I don't think he will fare very well.
I've got one right now that I didn't bother fighting. I keep wanting to go back to it, especially after H3 won. I wanted to go back to it and fight it.
Which one was it? Was it
was it the Triumph
the
one?
fish guys?
The vegan guys, yeah,
The
because
vegan
they sold that video to Viral Hog, and which I'm just like, again, like how much could you actually care about your cause if you're just like, let's make a buck off our video?
Did they do a DMCA takedown, or did they just demonetize it?
No, they just claim the monetization for themselves. But
Okay.
it's only got like 17,000 views, so big whoop. But I really wanted to fight it just on principle, and I did it once. I even emailed them. I was like, hey, if you guys have a bot that's looking for this, I don't know what's going on, but it's very clearly fair use. They're like, we care a lot about fair use, and this isn't, so blah, blah, blah. And then they were like, well, and they're like, just to keep things fair, we'll offer to sell you rights at a discounted rate or something. I was like, dude, screw you.
Yeah, go and fuck yourself.
But then I was like, I want to fight it again because I know the process. If you redo it, what happens is obviously they'll go like nope again, and you at that point you do get a strike. But then you have to fight it again. And at that point, I think the strike goes away. That's
horseshit. For a video that has less than 20,000 views, I wouldn't even mess with it, man.
I know.
I wouldn't mess with it if it had less than 100,000.
Yeah, exactly.
It just made me so angry because it's clearly fair use, and I was like, man, I feel like I should just do this on principle. But then I'm like, dude, if it actually goes to where they're like, it's Viral Hog. They're a big company. They could, file a suit.
I guarantee you that Viral Hog has at least one or two lawyers sitting in their office, twiddling their thumbs, waiting for something to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I noticed, A lot of those old fucking short films I did back in the day, I used songs that would say like free song and, you know, royalty free, blah, blah, blah. And within the past 6 months, I don't know if like these songs all of a sudden like got bought by some rapper or some shit and became some song or whatever, but I've been getting those monetization claims on like all these videos from 2013 and 14 and shit that literally they're already they probably don't even get 1 view a month anymore, and they're people are going through, and they're manual claims, people are going through like the process of actually claiming these videos that are that old. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if these are just people that think that like that think the fucking video is gonna magically just get views out of nowhere, and they're gonna.
Oh no, they're just fucking bullshit basement rappers that go and take a beat off YouTube and then they put the song on fucking iTunes. I get those on literally every single video I put up.
Yeah, I've got a lot of those too, especially when I very first started doing videos. I was looking for copyright-free stuff. You can buy copyright-free music off of iTunes.
You can do that with footage too.
And they're $1, you know, it's copyright-free. But exactly what Lee just said is, I can't tell you how many like these things where I've used it and then I've gotten a claim, and I'll go look at the video that they're saying it's on, like, oh, they claimed it. Here's where it is in their video, and it's like some like fake ass Japanese pop punk band like singing a song to this music I use. I'm like, what the fuck?
I get those on every single one, and just like you fight them, and fucking they can't do nothing about it.
If I don't write and compose and record it for the channel for the video, or if it's not something that's, you know, out of my artist library, the only stuff I will use is the YouTube the verified partner library music. Yeah, nothing else.
That's all I use anymore.
Yeah.
Well.
And also I don't use usually anything that sounds like techno, or well, I did in the most recent video over. Usually I use stuff that's kind of country or folk sounding or southern rock sounding stuff. And so that stuff ain't exactly what a rapper is going to latch onto. And
I don't use anything copyrighted. Never have.
Hilarious.
Craziest mashups. Like, I'll listen to your shit. I'm like, where the hell did you find this cover? It's just
it's so funny
just,
that
look for them and save them up. You gotta like have it like I got like 30 in the hole waiting to go.
Yep, I do. I got a folder. I got a straight up folder called vlog songs. When I hear one, I'm like, yes, perfect. Give me that link.
You ever get popped on any of those, Billy?
Yeah, half of them.
Did you say half of them?
Yeah, at least half of them. But it's so beautiful to me. Like, I try to make a vlog so I like it, and I won't release it until I like it. It's just like popping them together and like publish. I gotta like it.
Yeah,
like a fruit.
Yeah,
the most recent fruit.
The most recent one I thought when I put the video up, I thought, man, I know I'm not going to make a penny on this one, was the one where it's the band in the studio doing that Allman Brothers tune. And I thought, well, I won't make any money on this, but everybody's begging me to show Tim Kreitz Band stuff on the channel, so I'm going to put this up. And you dude, the Allman Brothers Publishing Company said, we will half the revenue with you. You take half and we take half. And I was like, that is badass. That's the way to do it. Well, I mean, it's Greg Allman's song, but it's my sound recording and it's my video, you know, and the audio feed you're getting in that is right off of the mixing console of us doing the song, performing it in the studio. So I thought that was perfectly fair. I was actually very surprised that they agreed to do revenue sharing.
Cool, man.
Yeah,
dude. Yeah, I'm gonna start listening to the Allman Brothers more often.
Me
for
too.
That one.
Tim, you should do more music stuff, man.
Yeah, we're going to. We've got a bunch of shows. We're on the road again this weekend. As soon as we get off the road and kind of get in toward the holiday where we're not doing so many shows, we're going to get back into the studio. We've the mastering studio in Austin is wondering. I've canceled 2 mastering dates because we never get the new album finished. But that's all going to happen by the end of the year, come hell or high water. So yeah, we'll have more of that kind of stuff on the channel.
I'm just saying, like, it would be so easy for you to go down and be like, I'm going to play 3 different solos from 3, like. You could. I'm just saying. Like, I always think it's like, whenever I see somebody else, I always look at somebody else's channel and I go, what would I do if I was them? You know, I'm not saying it's right. I always think that though.
No, I always like
you could do like this. you could do like, you know, I'm just a good old boy from Texas. My name is Tim Kreitz, and I'm a fucking redneck. And then, but also, and then you could like, but you could do that, and you could play that angle, and then be like, and I'm about to play the solo from Rain and Blood, and like rip out a heavy metal solo, and be like, or so, you know, something like that, and that would play so well, dude. That would be so cool.
That's not a bad
idea.
idea.
Especially if you like play up the fact that you're just like a good old boy from Texas, and here I am on my fucking good old boy guitar, and it's like boom, fucking Metallica solo. You know,
I remember that happened to me in a fucking bar. There was some band playing some bullshit top 40 garbage, and I was like blacked out drunk. And at the end of every song, I kept yelling, "Play some fucking Slayer!" And then all of a sudden,
you're that guy. You're that fucking guy.
And then all of a sudden, the guitar player fucking, I just hear, and I was like, no way. I just like, he only got through the intro of it, and I was just like, you fucking dick. Like,
that would be even funny. That would be even funnier though. Like you could like play up your Southern accent and be like, yeah, my name is Tim Kreitz, and I play a little guitar here and there, and I'm just a good old boy picker, and today I'm just gonna play you guys a song that really means a lot to me, a song that's near and dear to my heart, something I like to call love, and then just like go right into fucking like super heavy metal.
Intro the video with like some nice bluegrass, and then fucking go straight into Hammer Smash Face from Cannibal Corpse.
Yeah. I'll do a straight up like a Jerry Reed chicken picking thing all the way down the neck to first position, and then go into War Ensemble.
Yeah, that'd be fucking great.
No, but dude, you could do that because you have the skill on guitar to be able to do that. And like this is how I've always sold my channel is like, hey, I'm a dumb redneck, but sometimes I got something smart to say. It's like you could totally do that. Be like, I'm just a good old boy guitar picker, and it's like face melting guitar solo.
That's a good idea. Well, I'm gonna have to work on an angle to that. I think the overall idea could be slightly refined, but I think it's a very good idea at its core.
That would be hilarious. I'd watch that.
Yeah,
I would totally watch. If I didn't know you, I'd be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?"
At the beginning, like,
what's his nuts there? Just like today or the other was yesterday. I don't know. That Jared Dines dude just did fucking metal drums to classic rock songs, and it was so fucking rad.
Oh, man, it would be good too.
AC/DC's Thunderstruck with the intro of Thunderstruck with metal drums on it sounds fucking incredible. That's the way that song should have been.
Especially really played it up, Tim, and then you like got all dressed up like bolo tie with like mother of pearl buttons, cowboy shirt.
Yeah, with a bolo tie.
I know you got that outfit.
I have all of it. Yeah, I've got the Western vest, bolo tie, cowboy hat. That would work out perfectly. Yeah. That's a great idea.
Oh man.
Duly noted, sir.
That would be the funniest fucking video I've ever seen. It's got to be like some pure death metal, like something just savage. Oh,
like Sepultura or something like that. I mean, it's got to have.
Oh no, you got to get way heavier than that. We need some like necrophagist or some shit.
Oh
crazy
God.
Stuff. Yeah. You got to get crazy with it. Some death metal.
Sepultura.
Dude, Sepultura, yeah. I must admit, when I went through my metal phase, Sepultura was a big part of it.
No, I like Sepultura is badass.
Yeah,
I like that.
But I think
way heavier too.
Yeah,
I think the level of heavy. I think I understand the level of heavy Lee's talking about.
Oh yeah, dude! Like we're talking some crazy,
like some Whitechapel Carnifex level of heavy.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
With them fucking. Do you know what I love about Whitechapel and Carnifex? Yeah, see, I know Tim fucking personally, he don't like that at all. But the shit I like about that heavy shit is the bands that have some melody to the heaviness. Like they can be fast but have a nice melody or like a nice melodic breakdown with some nice background guitars doing a beautiful melody over a breakdown. Like those are the bands that I can really fuck with.
And just like the level of musicianship in it is just fucking unbelievable. And some of it, like Veil of Maya, I can't. Those guys.
Oh, Veil of Maya's technical as fuck.
Yeah, like their last album.
Red, I love them a lot too. They're pretty fucking OGs nowadays.
I definitely look for melodic composition, man. If it has that type of composition in it, man, I'll at least listen to it. The thing that I do respect a lot about a lot of even the heaviest heavy metal bands, even though they're not my cup of tea, is that when they go into super, super complex arrangements with multiple time signature changes, that shit is really, really hard to do.
Yeah.
It can't be the whole song because it gets boring, but the sheer complexity of it, I have the utmost admiration for. Yeah.
Yeah. You'd probably like that album, that Veil of Maya album, the last one, Matriarch. Fucking, it's got a lot of that stuff going on. And they actually started adding like clean vocals and stuff in there and shit. And there's so much melodies and crap. It's super good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Veil of Maya, Tim, that's, I can attest. That's pretty much, I think, what you're referring to, those guys, like how their style is.
Yeah. They're so good.
Groovy.
Yeah. Tim, even I don't like a band like the heavy bands that are just blast beats and just like fucking double picking the entire fucking neck of the guitar all over the place with no melody or harmony. Yeah, fuck all that. But they're you can be heavy as fuck and also be harmonized with beautiful melodies as well.
Yeah.
There's a band here like that called Rude Street Peters. What a piece of shit. But they're loud.
What are they called?
Rude Street Peters.
That's fucking, what a cool name, man. That's awesome.
Holy shit. I just had this is totally off topic, but I just clicked on your profile picture and realized how fucking dope that painting is behind you. Is that a painting?
It's like Genghis Khan.
Yeah.
No, it's a panel that they used to put up in the 30s.
It's a carnival panel.
Yeah, they would
I see.
come in like newspaper, wallpaper that shit to like side of buildings and shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's a clean ass piece.
It is. It's the Great Mongolians. It's 1988 when they hired real Mongolians. They call them Cossacks, where they can do crazy shit on a horse, dude. Like stand up while it's galloping at 25 miles.
So they're like motorcycle stunt guys, but they're Mongolian with horses.
Yep.
Exactly.
And then after that, everybody has Mongolian stir fry. It's badass.
Yeah. And we're all part Mongolian, right? You know that?
I know we're all part African.
Well, Genghis Khan fucked so many fucking girls and in his pillaging of villages that were all part Genghis Khan.
Well, we'll call that rape.
Mm-hmm. He raped so many women that they went off and spread his DNA.
So many girls.
Excuse my lack of history here, but was that around that rape of Nanking era?
I don't know. I know that it's the reason China built the Great Wall, so he wouldn't come in and fuck all their chicks.
I remember there was like something in the past, like the rape of Nanking, where these guys invaded this area and just like they just raped and fucked like everything and like it just destroyed this whole area and shit.
Yeah. Oh, really?
It was like years ago. Like I heard about that. It was like something I learned in school or some shit.
Right, like 1992 is when that happened.
No, this is like old time. Hey, who knows, man? Fucking, there's probably shit going on in the world still today that's so remote and unheard of that we'd fucking blow our assholes out of the water just to hear about.
Right,
Yeah,
we're
this
like
is also off subject, but we were just talking about with all this, Confederate monument stuff. We were just talking about we ended up talking about Indians and how poorly they've been treated in this country, and just doing some research.
They failed to control their borders, man.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't know this, but the American Indian War did not officially end until 1924. I mean, that's like, let that sink in. We were still with American Indians in the 1920s. Like that, to me, that I was just that number really blew me away. It was just like, man, that just is not that long ago. Plenty of people still alive.
I got to correct myself. This is not from 1930. It's from 1988, but it's the same technology from 1930. Yeah. So it's one of those things.
It's style of like a 1930s circus drapery. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I have to correct myself too, because that rape of Nanking was more modern than I thought. It was in 1937 to 38, and it was Japanese troops against the residents of Nanking, capital Republic of China. And it says massacre occurred over a period of 6 weeks, starting December 13th, 1937, the day that the Japanese captured Nanking. During this period, soldiers of the Imperial Japanese Army murdered Chinese civilians and disarmed combatants who numbered an estimated 40,000 to over 300,000 and perpetrated widespread rape and looting.
Yeah, the Japanese used to be some fucked up people, man. They've
whatever. They still are.
You know why Japan's the most fucked up porn right now is they've been internalizing their rage since we dropped the bomb on them. Okay.
Well, they're saying in 6 weeks, 300,000 killed.
Gee, they got 70 years of internalized rage that they just need to.
They're coming out of it though, man. Have you noticed like there's a huge outlaw biker culture that's outside the Bosozuko now, and it's all Harley, and it's all like they're all dressing in cowboy hats and cowboy boots, and it's really, really interesting what they're going through culturally.
What a fucked up place, man.
It is, man. They're the horniest people in the fucking world, big time. They have vending machines just of like baseball cards of people shitting in each other's mouths and shit, like on the street.
Lucky, that's what the future looks like.
So basically, it's like walking inside a world created by King Nero.
That'd be a fucking terrifying place.
Yes.
So you can I know this is pretty much the extent to American male escorts, but you can rent. And it's basically prostitution, but they make it look like a business. You go in there and, they get you get a little appetizer with salad, and then you rent a boy. One dinner.
Yeah.
Man, they're an amazing and strange people at the same time. I got a lot of respect for a lot of the things Japan has done and Japanese people have done, but goddamn, there's some weird motherfuckers there too.
Yeah, they definitely build some of my favorite motorcycles. There ain't no doubt about that.
Oh, no doubt.
And I've said this before on here. I think one of my favorite things about Japan is how simultaneously they're able to honor their heroes who fought in World War II, even down to kamikaze pilots, and also admit that they were in the wrong at the same time. Mm-hmm. And I really admire that. They're going to go like, hey, we asked these young men and women of Japan to take up arms, and they did it, and they fought as heroes, and they died as heroes. We also admit we're wrong, and they're able to do that in a way with such an amazing duality that we've never been able to do here in America.
Right? You ever seen the Germans do that?
And the Germans can't do it at all.
Now the Germans do have war memorials, but one thing I've noticed and I watch a German moto vlogger. He does some of his stuff in German and some in English. But one of the things that I've noticed they do there, and I may be wrong on this in general, but the things I've seen, their war memorials are sort of all-inclusive war memorials. Like they include and honor all the dead, not just the German dead. So it's like they're honoring just your average foot soldier who was a German guy, thought he was doing the right thing. And, you see what I'm saying? It's they're like inclusive. And all of their war memorials, I've noticed this too, the big message of all their war memorials is no more war and peace among all humankind. Like that's one of the big things that they stress with all of their memorials. So it's kind of an
part. Germany just said we'll win the war financially, which they did.
Mm-hmm.
They still have gold hidden. Don't even tell me.
They have us paying for their entire national defense right now. Everything's free in Germany. Child care is free. Health care is free. Everything's free because they don't have to pay for their defense. We do it.
They played the long game and they won. Germany is the capital of Europe.
Crazy like a fox.
Like Tim, you saying they're fucking paying them and shit like that. That's why I don't want to find space aliens, because we're just gonna send them money.
Yeah.
It's because of that entire civilization of Nazis that are living in Antarctica under the ice, like everybody thinks.
Oh God, yeah. Isn't there some movies about that? I think I saw that. Or no, they're on the moon.
That's the rapiest ice cream van I've ever seen in
my
life.
Doubt, man. That is being...
It's like got different color panels and shit on it.
Jesus, was it like driving in your backyard or something? Like, that was close as fuck.
Yeah, was it filled with murderous-looking clowns?
Oh yeah, it's creepy as fuck.
Wow.
Holy shit! And of course, the creepiest fucking neighbor that I have is out getting ice cream from it.
Let me get some blow pops. Did you guys see that? Or what? I was listening to the H3 podcast today, and I guess in Los Angeles, like the mayor fucking dropped some bombs on fucking Logan Paul, and said that he's not allowed to vlog inside of his house, and he's not allowed to vlog outside unless he gets a permit.
Oh
Doesn't
yeah,
that seem like some kind of violation of like?
it's a violation of a bunch of stuff. Yeah.
I was gonna say, how can you say that you can't make a vlog inside your own house? Like,
Yeah, that's
that's fucking stupid. I would do it and say, "Try me, bitch."
yeah,
See
no
what the
shit.
fuck- I would love to see what rolls out of that.
Yeah.
What's
Especially
going
that
to end
kid's
up
got-
happening is there's going to be a court ruling on it that says, "Hey, you stupid ass judge, you can't do that," and he'll be able to do whatever he wants again.
yeah, I still thought that was pretty fucking funny though.
Probably make money in the process.
Was it a judge or a mayor or a governor? Who was it?
I
that
think
did
it was the mayor of Los Angeles.
Oh,
'Cause,
okay.
Like, H3 got them all going nuts on fucking Twitter or something, and then
Okay. Yeah,
daddy up.
that'll get thrown out by a court real fast. That's an illegal ruling. It's an illegal mandate, rather.
Sounds like a
Do
waste
whatever
of court time too. On top of that, if it ever had to go to court.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh no, this guy made a fucking video that doesn't harm anybody in the world in his own fucking personal property home that he paid for. Oh my god, let's fucking go to court.
Well, now
Yeah.
I can totally understand them laying down an edict or an ordinance or a ruling that says, "Hey, you can't fill your fucking swimming pool full of old tires and light it on fire." I'm okay with
Well,
that.
that's a hazard right there. But we're
Exactly.
just talking about putting a damn camera at you, like what Josh and fucking Lee and Ian have right now. That's equivalent to what they're doing right now on this live stream, and
Right.
you're saying they need a permit to do this right here. Them
Yeah.
sitting still,
Yeah.
fucking harmlessly, not doing nothing.
Yeah, no shit.
Exactly.
I'd be fucking making a video 10 minutes after that phone call and saying, "Bring it, bitch." Let's see, because you just can't do that. Period. That's fucking.
If he was if he played it smart, like, because obviously no repercussions would fall in the long run on him over this, obviously, and all this would be a major publicity for him. And if he was to like fuck with it and keep it going, it's just gonna bring more light to who he is and make his own business and brand more fucking prosperous.
Tell you
That's
right
all
now,
it's gonna do.
ain't no Texas mayor that would try that shit. Be like, "Tim Kreitz can't do vlogs anymore." I'd be like, "Motherfucker, I got 6 assault rifles and 9,000 rounds of ammunition. Come stop me."
Yeah, I'm gonna make
Come
a
and
vlog
take
about it right now while I'm holding them all.
Oh, shit.
Just be strapped up head to toe so you can't even move with every gun you possibly have. And take 'em. Just stand there in your kitchen talking about something completely different. Vlog that.
Yeah, that's how it's going to end for Tim Kreitz here. In
Yeah.
I'll be an old man refusing to pay my property taxes in my 90s or in my hundreds, with helicopters hovering my house and SWAT teams, and I'm inside
Yeah.
with an AK-47. Yeah.
Tim's going out like Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino.
He probably already says, "Get off my lawn."
Yeah.
I actually do.
Damn, Moneybags is calling you out on how many rounds you got there, Tim.
Yeah, I'm low right now. I'm low right now. I've been shooting a lot, so I need to replenish.
Man, I haven't been
Cold in
shooting
here. I got
forever.
hard nipples.
Yeah.
Miss it. I want to go shooting now.
That may not be carrying 9,000 may not count my 22, because I probably have a couple of thousand rounds of 22.
Yeah, that's cheap.
Yeah.
I like 22s because you don't kill them, right? You just fucking send them a nice little message in the kneecap. That's what I like.
They say it's one of the most dangerous rounds, especially in the head, because it just bounces around.
It goes crazy in there. Yeah.
Just fucking get some scrambled brains.
Yeah.
Well, you
It'll
don't shoot
follow-
them in the head.
Yeah, a 22 will literally follow an artery up to a different area of the body. There's guys who've gotten shot in the arm with a 22, and the bullet ended up in their neck and their throat.
Shit.
Yeah, they're crazy little bullets, man.
Had a porcupine quill do that before. Not in my artery, but
Went straight up your dick hole.
it crawled up.
Straight up the dick hole to my left ventricle.
Don't piss in the river. A fucking porcupine will sting you in the cock hole. Those intellectual jokes. You ever heard of that fish, man? Swims up your dick. There is a fish in the Amazon, man. If you start pissing in the water, your pee hole opens up and it gives it just a little bit of room to get in there, and it does. And then you can't get it back out because scales.
Yeah.
So you have to get your dick cut
river
open.
snake. You have to get your dick cut off.
You do. Not off, but open to get it out. And they sew it back
Seemed
up.
like there was some kind of a legend
Wait,
about
man.
that. It's called the Candiru fish, or the toothpick fish is what they call it.
The tip
Some-
fish.
It can be called either the Candiru, the toothpick fish, or the vampire fish.
I like that one better.
Got to
and-
put rubber
Fish.
on when you go swimming.
Yeah, it says. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of that stuff is myth and superstition. Let's hold on. I'm trying to read.
Really? That'd be a lot cooler if it wasn't.
I just put into Google fish that swims up your pee hole.
The fleshy tip fish to 4%.
I've seen it on documentaries. That would fucking
Yeah.
suck if it's fucking fake. I won't trust a documentary ever again.
The tip driller.
Yeah. In 1999, American marine biologist Stephen Spott traveled to Brazil to investigate this particular incident in detail. This is all based on one incident in which this guy named Samad, he claimed that the fish had darted out of the water, gone up his urine stream, and went up his pee hole.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Let's see.
So it's like the acid deal where the kid couldn't lean because he thought it was a glass of orange juice. All legend.
Yeah. Samad's paper claims that the fish was attracted by his urine and swept up the stream.
What
The-
fish
but
is
that-
like, ooh, urine. Let me get some of that.
Yeah, the belief
Get a
has
little
been held.
closer to that.
The belief has been held for centuries, but was technically discredited in 2001. Yeah.
Well, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that to be real because that's just too cool. It's like
Yeah.
you'd be a lot cooler if you did get a fish up your dick. 'Cause that's a story, you know. I like those stories, like getting bit in the head by a tiger. You have somebody, a dog ripped into your asshole, but it's got to be real. It's got to actually happen. Like, a lot of people can say Lee's stories, but you don't believe them, but you believe Lee's because video. Because video. Because camera. I'd like to see a shot of the, slow-mo, 240.
I've got some fucking mini DV tapes around here that can never see the light of day. There's some pretty funny shit in here. I managed to get my old camera working. I watched a couple of fucking tapes I've had kicking around. Fuck, there's some funny stuff on there. Some of them I need to get like one of those, like, I don't know how the fuck I would do it on a Mac because they don't have a FireWire port. Some way of getting fucking that footage onto here and making something out of some of this old shit I got because there's some pretty golden material.
Send it to me. I'd like to make a little montage of it. That'd be cool. And then I send it back to you so you can make it better. It's totally redundant fucking thing. Let's do
There's some footage of me in where the fuck were we? We were in I think we were in Reno or something. I was walking around the fucking hotel with my fucking one nut all the up above the elastic waistband of my fucking gitch, and I was just walking around the hotel like that, showing people my tumor. Oh fuck, that's funny.
Here it is. Here's the famed urethra fish right here.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah. Look at him.
That's like some aliens shit.
It does.
Yeah. What is with those eyes? They're just not even eyes. They're like black patches.
Uh-huh.
That looks like a dehydrated dog.
That's its
It's like-
urine receptors.
His eyes have foreskin.
You gotta peel the foreskin back to see. That's why it's got to swim really fast.
It'd be weird if it shoots ropes in your dick, so it'd be like the opposite thing.
It literally looks like a fucking skinned millimeter Peter.
It's
Like,
weird
literally.
looking, man. Strange
It does.
creature. Funny.
It probably
Actually-
is just someone's dick.
It kind of looks like someone holding their index finger and then it's just fucking mutated with like eyes and some fucking wing on the side.
Looks like a cicada without any wings.
It was a Photoshop.
It's like a fucking gargoyle cock.
Thought you boys might enjoy that.
I think it looks like a dick fish. little bit like a dick fish.
Oh dang! YouTube literally just remonetized the Murder the Mitten video.
Wow. You win
Nice.
just as Urban Joker loads you up with 50 more bucks.
And I did say F a lot in that one. It's just
Nice.
that's weird.
Urban,
See?
Urban
Yeah,
Joker
it's weird.
with the good night homos.
Urban Joker, take care, brother.
We
It's
love,
better,
we love
hey
him.
man, it's better
I'm
than
actually-
spending it at the
Oh,
strip club. You're doing the right thing.
Yeah,
I
thank you, man.
I don't know about
Holy
that.
shit.
You can get a lot for $50 at a strip club, believe me.
Have a good night,
Urban
man.
Joker's coming to Tampa next month. Where you get to have some beers.
That guy's a
Oh,
great
he
dude.
coming out there by you?
Yeah, he's coming out to Tampa for, I think, for business or something. But he's got a day free that we're gonna go out and get some beers together.
Oh hell yeah!
He's actually a
That's
great
awesome.
dude, man. Kind of like you should invite that guy sometime. He's great. I've talked to him on the phone many times.
Yeah,
No,
he's been in here before.
on the stream.
Oh,
He's been on the
yeah,
stream.
I know. I know. Should invite him more though.
I missed
Good
that.
to talk to.
Seems cool.
Get him in. We'll get him in.
I'm taking a shit right now, just in case
Also,
anyone was wondering.
There's this cat. There's this dude named.
Plop. Plop, plop.
There's this dude I never heard of. A Snowcat. Should get him in here, man. He's a good guy.
Does Snowcat still make videos?
I don't know. That's such a funny question. It's like you have not been watching at all. It's like you obviously said fuck Snowcat a long time ago.
Yeah, and now I'm just like, dude, is he still?
Is he still alive?
I saw somebody post something. Maybe it was on Instagram that he's like losing subs now.
Oh, big time.
I think I actually looked the other day at what it's. I've still, like, to this day, I don't even know what his voice sounds like. I've never seen a Snowcat video. The only time I've ever seen, and that's not. His content never interested me. But the only time I've ever seen any of his actual footage is on a Matty Cycles video that he did when he was talking about how he wrecked Subdee's bike.
Exactly. Like as soon as I mean, I was like
But I
a
think
big
when
devout
he said
Sub D
that,
fan.
I looked on. I'm gonna look right now. I looked at him on Social Blade, and I was like, "Holy shit, he is losing sub."
That's what kind of fucked me up because I like right about the time I really fucking started loving Sub D. It's before I even really got it hot and heavy into motovlogging. He runs it into the side of an ambulance, and I was like, "Fuck!" And I started going downhill from there. And that could, it could have been not his fault, but it's the same thing like that one guy.
Oh
Hitting
yeah,
the
somebody
yellow
just
course.
said that. What about Yummy Noob? Is he even in One Piece?
I think
Still
he stopped
making list vids?
Subscribe to him. I think he stopped making videos.
He's like, I think the next video he should make though is the 5 ways to run into a yellow course.
I was still fucking on the fence about Yami Noob in a lot of ways because, like, he came on the live stream, like,
Oh yeah.
he did his thing, like he talked shit, but he got on here and he defended himself. But then, like,
He never said
did
sorry.
that where he's just like, well, fuck motovlogging, it's obviously not cool anymore, blah blah blah. And like,
Man, I don't know. Maybe after enough near-death experiences and wreck triumphs, he just said, "This isn't really for me." Maybe
That'd be smart.
the bike life ain't really for me.
Let's see. He did. I'm looking. He hasn't done a video in like almost a month. Last couple of videos are 7 modding mistakes beginner riders make. Like, I can think of some
I could think of
that would
some
be
heat
on there related directly to him.
Right? Don't ride on the other side of the yellow line around a corner.
This is a 10 and then 10 best moments from his list videos. So he made a list video about his fucking list videos. That's
when you're
where he
desperate for
is.
content.
Yeah, that's where he is right now.
Like Good Mythical Morning does that, and I kind of get irritated because it's like I already seen this shit.
Someone said 6 foot's also going downhill.
Really?
Don't know if that's true.
Man, I have not looked at that guy's page since Moby Dick was a minnow.
Well, he was at SCMN, and that made me. If you meet
Yeah, he
people in person, no matter how dicky people think they are, it changes your aspect on them. It's like, he's okay.
Yeah, the thing about it is we're talking about a guy who's got 1.2 million subs or 1.1 million subs, and he's getting like 40 to 70,000 views a video. So yeah,
well,
That's
it's just and so just I'm on Social Blade right now, and in the past 2 weeks, Snowcat hasn't done bad for like if he was me.
yeah, dude. Like when one of my motorcycle videos gets 2,000 views, I throw a party at my house.
Yeah,
Made it.
Yeah, I got no room to criticize anybody.
Yeah, I mean,
he's had like a couple of like he had 100,000 day. Like he's still doing really well. Like if I had 100,000 view days every once in a while, I'd be pretty happy. So
Yeah.
I don't think he's doing bad. But
No,
it does say his growth is down 4,000%.
yeah, and that makes sense. And you look at guys like even like Woody's gamer tag. You know, he was in here with us once. He's kind of in the same, kind of situation where he'll have one really good video and then 4 or 5 kind of videos that just kind of lay there. But the great thing is when you got that many subs, you're always going to get 20, 30, 40,000 views a video just by posting a video.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think at some point too, you gotta like switch up your content or kind of evolve when you're that big to keep people interested. You can't keep doing the same shit. Like H3, I think they did really good, like going to podcasts and things like that. Because I find those interesting and fun to listen to.
I think the H3 podcasts are fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, they're good, and
They are.
I think it was smart that they branched out to do that as well because it's good, and they always have like interesting people on there, and even like the people they rip on, then they get them on there, and they're like, just cool with them.
I think it depends on the nature of your content though, because there are a couple of guys, their channels just keep growing and getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and they have done the same exact video 300 times over the last 3 or 4 years. I mean, no new cameras, no new techniques, no new genre. The exact same style of video over and over again, and the channel keeps going. So I think it depends on the genre. Like
How To Basic's a perfect example.
Yeah.
Well, I think you also got it, but How To Basic doesn't. I mean, he barely even releases videos anymore.
Views?
Basic, he releases like a video like once every couple months anymore.
Don't you think that like independent, you can stop uploading videos at a certain point and then things keep going the same way, the views keep coming because there's always someone that hasn't seen it.
You gotta just kind of feel out the situation, man. I've changed what I do several times. I feel like everybody here has kind of switched gears at some point.
Yeah, I have a little bit. The main thing I've done is I've just kind of refined my, how I do it. There's certain, I've added some new things in. Like I'm doing more brewing videos, putting more music videos on there, but I'm kind of trying to refine my storytelling a little bit and add in make them look better. Always kind of improve the look of them and the sound of them and the storytelling in them.
That's where it's at for me all the time.
Yeah, me too.
Always fucking number one is making it look cool so that like it's interesting enough for me to watch myself.
Right.
Nothing's cringier than watching yourself on video. So
exactly.
Hold that.
Yeah. Sometimes I need to shower after a backroad video. That is so awesome to hear, man. It's
That's amazing
exactly
compliment.
what I fucking shoot for. Like when you watch Pulp Fiction, you're like, I need to go puke.
No, good stuff, man. Adapt or perish. That's the name of the game when it comes to YouTube, I guess.
I tell you, not that my channel ever blew up or became of anything, not that anything has ever become of it, but it was kind of satisfying that of my 170 something videos that I've done over the last 3.5 or 4 years, only 10 of them got demonetized. So now, of course, those 10 had no business being demonetized. I make the most innocuous content on YouTube, and they still demonetize 10 of my videos.
yeah, have you even ever fucking sworn in a video? I don't think so.
Yeah, the one where I'm asking why is my channel like what is YouTube doing that like my subs went to like 30 subs a month went way down, and all my analytics were real screwed up, and I got real frustrated. I made this one video called "Why is my channel dying? Is YouTube broken or am I?" And I cussed a little bit in that one, but that's the first one in a long time where I said cuss words or didn't bleep them out.
Demonetized.
And it's monetized. It's monetized.
If it encourages you guys to keep cussing, fucking somehow, my shit's still fine, and I probably talk worse than any of you guys in here. And the shit, Sub D gets hit. Fucking, I'm watching guys that do like music. I see guitar cover videos like from other guys, the guitar channels I watch. There's not even a word spoken, and it's not advertised. So you're trying to say sound isn't advertiser friendly now? Like, it's broken. It doesn't even matter what you're doing.
There's something else. It just doesn't work. There's no way they're scrubbing audio. There's no way.
I mean, they literally already do. How do you think they catch the songs? They can scrub audio easily.
How do you think they do the auto-generated closed captioning? They do it by scrubbing the audio. That's
true, man. That's how I get
the only way, because you can. I tried to get songs in that are like monetized because it'd be so perfect for the vid, and I put that level so low you can barely hear it over the bike, and it still gets hit. So they're scrubbing fucking audio.
It's so much more like a beat or a beat per minute thing than anything else.
It is waveform recognition, man. That's how they do it.
Oh yeah, did you guys fucking see Arson's Instagram post? He fucking broke down the side of the highway today. Going,
yeah. He was all over Super Faggot Force with that when we were trying to trying to give him pointers on how to figure it out. He had a fouled plug or a burnt
up fouled plug. I hope that's all it is.
Yeah, we'll find out. He definitely had a burned up electrode on that one plug. It was probably the rear cylinder.
I will say this. I'm going to say it out loud here. I wish Arson was here because I'd say it in front of him too. I'll say it in Faggot Force. That dude needs to take that bike and get a safety inspection on it.
Mm-hmm. Get what?
A safety inspection on that bike.
Oh, an inspection on it?
Yeah, he needs to take it wherever Metric Method or someone that he's cool with. And
I thought they inspected the bike when you were registering it in California. Is that not true?
Oh yeah, but
they inspect your bike? No, they don't do shit.
Yeah, I think what Josh is talking about is just take it to a qualified mechanic and have it looked over very thoroughly.
Just looked over for shit going wrong or fucking bad shit that needs replacing.
Well,
I feel you on that. That's a good idea.
I'm not trying to talk shit, and I even said this to him when we were out there several times. I just go like, man, you got a lot of confidence in that bike.
That first breakdown. Welcome to that Harley life.
Well, I'm just
when I saw ours
breaking down, it's just like 100 miles an hour on the highway. I'm just like, dude, you got a lot of confidence in that bike. I don't know if I'd have that sort of confidence and that much.
Well, dude, when we rode home from Palm Springs, he did that though. We were going, and I have a working speedometer. I'm on the ZX10. We were going 110 the whole way, 60 miles to San Bernardino, not nonstop. On that bike, and he was doing that the whole, and it was so windy. I was being blown around, and that's with the sports bike. Let alone he's on this thing with no windshield. I couldn't imagine how he was fucking.
I looked that bike over first. Somebody has on the brakes. This is the first thing I know. Somebody has run down the pads on that thing to the metal multiple times. It definitely needs new rotors.
Oh, the rotor's all grooved.
I keep fucking telling him, like, dude, I'll send you all the spare parts I've got for that bike. I'll send you everything. Just fucking give me the spot to send it.
If you are seriously down to do that and you want to do that, you can send him to my PO box and I'll make sure he gets them.
Yeah, because I've got Sportster parts sitting here, and he's like, no, I don't want any of that shit. I'm fucking happy being shitty.
He'll say that until he's fucking in need. He won't take nothing from you.
I know he's a stubborn bastard. I'm like, it's nothing to me. These parts are doing fuck all in my house. I don't have a Sportster, so you can have them.
And I'll tell you, I've already seen this, and him doing 100 miles an hour is the scariest thing. That thing probably needs new neck bearings. It's got a lot of miles on it. It's a Sportster. It's been on California roads that are rough as fuck. I guarantee it needs neck bearings. He's already talked about how it has head shake at 70 miles an hour, and that's what'll get you the death wobble. That 100 mile an hour shit. I was so fucking freaked out going from LA to Palm Springs with him because he was going so fast. I was so stressed out because I'm just like, dude, this thing is not stable on the highway.
Yeah, dude, I wouldn't ride his bike that fast. I wouldn't even want to ride that fast. And I don't even know that bike that well because I haven't even ridden it yet. But just being behind him and watching just the way he's kind of wobbling on the road from the hard winds and shit, it was fucking freaky. And hearing your side of it, because you obviously know this bike like the inside of your asshole, that's freaking me out more and making me seem like he's gonna just fucking ride like this until he gets hurt.
It's crazy, man. He needs good tires. He needs good tires. He needs new neck bearings and probably a steering stabilizer.
How long has those tires, or have those tires, been sitting there? Because he said his uncle wasn't riding it for a minute, right? What the fuck? How long is that? You know, are they dry rotted? You see cracks and shit, or what?
Because you can do the death wobble. That can happen on a nice bike.
Yeah, did you guys see
Did
you guys see Fish's video today that he posted? It was him going out to Palm Springs on that Triumph Tiger, and he had it loaded wrong, and he was doing 100 miles an hour into that crosswind, and the front end started oscillating on him.
That's scary. That's scary. It can happen.
Yep. Yeah, that was a butt puckering video to watch. I was like, oh shit. If I didn't already know Fish didn't go down in California, I would have thought he was about to go down in that video.
You talking about Arson?
No, Fish, Mr. Fish.
Oh, Fish.
Yeah, he got a high-speed wobble on that Triumph Tiger because he had it overloaded and was going into that crosswind at like 105 miles an hour going out to Palm Springs.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
I mean,
5 miles an hour is dangerous too.
He's like, oh, this is not good. This is not good. Yeah, we know. That's horrible. Bike's going.
Looking at that bike when we were out there, and it was just fucking like, and you can't blame him because he don't fucking know. He ain't a mechanic. Like, you know, I'm just looking at this thing going, like, dude, I don't know, man. I mean, I've ridden some pretty sketchy motorcycles, but sketchy.
You guys see that guy that was sleeping on the pavement at night, like right next to his bike because he couldn't get a room? Didn't give a fuck.
Where was that? I didn't see that.
That back corner, man. Arson and I found him when he had his pants down, walking behind the fucking hotel. It was behind the hotel on like if you leave the hotel through the courtyard, right?
Oh, so is outside even the parking lot?
Yeah, like so you leave the hotel using that courtyard, and then the courtyard to the back parking lot from the front, and then to the right, motherfucker is just sleeping there on that fucking frying pan. Didn't give a shit.
Man, there was a couple people like that, Billy, that fucking I felt kind of bad for.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I sat down with
there was a guy, and I ain't trying to fucking like call the dude out, but getting fucking weird with people.
Yeah, man. There's a few people.
And
like
he kept telling me, he goes like, I quit my job to come here.
Holy
fuck! I was like, I'm supposed to be at work. I'm supposed to be at work today right now, but I came here instead. And he's trying to get all up in people's business, but like super way too personal. And it was I was like, fuck, dude. Like first off, you shouldn't have come here. Second off, you need to back the fuck up off me. You're trying to talk to. Like it was a little weird, man. There was a few people like that there. I mean, and not that it didn't ruin anything. It wasn't bad, but there was definitely a few people like that there that were just like way too hard into it.
One guy I could tell that was happening when he was approaching me, and he said, "You're back road," and I said, "No, who's that?" And he's like, "Oh, you look just like this guy," and he walked away. Like, thank you for that.
Yeah, I'm feeling fucking next year. There's a couple people that because I'm bringing shit when I come next year, and I'm gonna be fucking, especially Arson's bike. It's getting wheeled into my trailer, and I'm fucking tearing that thing apart. I'm working on it. There's gonna be a few people that I do that to. There's a couple questionable motherfuckers. I'm just like, oh man, I need to help this guy.
That's cool as hell.
Well, don't wheel it into the trailer because it's gonna be 115. You won't be able to work in there. I tried that last year, man. You got to take the bikes out to do anything to them, or it's like being in a freaking sauna.
Yeah, out in the shade, and then you're dealing with 99 degrees and you're all comfortable. It's like, what the
if
hell?
you're lucky. Sounds like you guys had a cool year this year.
Yeah.
Last year it was 110, and the year before that was 115.
Yeah,
I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. I was like, damn, we got 100 degrees here today. Everything will be fine when I get out there. And they say it's a different kind of heat. It's okay because it's a dry heat. Bullshit. It's real bad. I was sweating my ass off.
Lee, maybe you know what's going on, and this happened to Drew in the side chat, Drew the Destroyer. When I was following him, I got freaked out by him too. He has a Dyna.
Oh, you just went robot.
Yeah.
Oh, we
He's
just
got a
lost
special-
Josh.
He's got a special Dyna though. It's not like
Am I back?
Yeah,
you're
there
good
you
now.
go.
yeah.
Drew Destroyer, the guy who cut all our hair, he has a barbershop out there. He has a Dyna. I think it's like early 2000s, late 90s. And when we were going, he was on the ride with us, Palm Springs, and he was getting a wobble from the rear wheel at like 90 to 100. Like I could see his like the back end of the bike just like hunting like crazy across the road.
Oh yeah, that happens on Dynas, man. That's the infamous Dyna wobble. There's alignment issues on those things. If you don't get them just right, those things fucking get pretty batshit crazy. So,
how would you fix that?
There's a couple ways. Like you can, chances are it's something simple as simple as wheel alignment, and it would be like a fucking 10-minute fix. But there is other reasons for it happening though. Sometimes you got like a burnt motor mount because of those rubber mounts do fucking fail after a little while, and that amount of engine shake will start tossing you all over the road. I had that happen to me before. My front mount went and fucking my bike started just swapping all over the map. So that's another thing. But those engine mounts are cheap and they're fucking everywhere in California. So quick fix too. They're both pretty quick, easy fixes.
Dicey Dynas.
So I would gladly help you out, sir, if I fucking make my way down there. Because when I get down, I'm literally bringing like all my motorcycle specialty tools when I get down there, just because I know I'm going to be fucking working on Arson's bike.
He definitely.
Yeah, it was a weird thing. He also had. I thought it was from the wind at first because he had leather saddlebags on it.
It's just like it's automatic. If someone's around me and their bike isn't like just right, it's just like it drives me insane. I have to fucking fix it. Anytime someone rolls up here to like visit and stuff, because everyone always rolls to the back shop or whatever, and just like I open the door and I just like start walking around their bike. All of a sudden I spot like 2-3 things and I got the tools out while I'm still talking and just fucking start working on shit.
Dude, that saddlebag thing
sure that makes you popular.
I've always
Yeah,
hated
it does.
saddlebags like big time. I was like, I went through the drive-through the other day at McDonald's because I couldn't eat anything else. Everything was fucking closed on fucking Christian ass Sunday, so I had to go through fucking McDonald's.
That's what
I
you
didn't
deserve
get
instead
home.
of being in church, boy.
But I fucking couldn't get that shit, and I wish I had. And everybody's like, "Go get a saddlebag," and it's like, man, that's so gay. I don't want a saddlebag real bad. I just don't. So you don't know what to do with the fucking drink and fries. It's a bunch of shit.
I just jam them in like all my controls and stuff. Like I'll fucking hammer them in between like cables and whatever else will hold it.
Right.
Seems
I
to
don't
work
know
out.
how you do that with a Coke though. You're right. Or
I've done it. I have done it. Except on the stunt bikes. Stunt bikes, it's hilarious. You got that big old dished out tank in front of you. You can fucking like dump your fries in there and stuff. You can eat them while you're riding. Fucking, it's great.
Billy, that thing's not going to be a real Harley until you put a drink holder on it.
Let me tell you something. Everybody wants to talk shit about the drink holder. I can't tell you how many times, like like I said, we were touring in California, like we were just exploring, and we woke up real early. Like we were up at fucking 7 a.m. on the road early. That I can't tell you how many times where I said, I wish this motherfucker had a cup holder so I could drink my Starbucks coffee while we're getting on the road.
Yeah. Brent Street Glide had one. He used it all the time, man. He always had him a big old Coca-Cola or something delicious to drink while we were riding down the road. He'd wear that half helmet everywhere. Pull up beside him, he'd have a straw in his mouth, cruising down the road.
Josh, I'm surprised you didn't get one at Chaparral. Walk in somewhere and grab you a cup holder.
No, man, I was all about that RAM mount because Harley's navigation sucks so fucking bad.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that. It looks like it sucks so fucking bad. Like one button, like an old digital watch.
Here's the whole thing. Why it sucks. So people are like, "Well, you're bitching about this fucking navigation," because it would automatically suggest an address to you. Like you'd start putting it in, and it would suggest an address. And so there'd be like 6 addresses suggested. But if it wasn't one of those, you couldn't keep typing. Like it would negate the keyboard. the keyword would go blank, and you'd have to pick one of the suggested addresses. I'm just like, it's fucking useless because it's not, my address ain't fucking on here. It's not there. So like, I can't fucking do it. It was just the dumbest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life, dude. So
Maybe
bad.
there's an update. Maybe you have to plug your bike into your laptop and update
That
it.
was a 2018 or 2017 fucking goddamn Harley-Davidson brand new motorcycle. There ain't no fucking update. I have like 3,000 miles on it.
No fucking update.
It was fucking broken from the fucking start, man. You know.
I just got owned. It's so awesome.
Well, I'm saying, like, it almost ruined our first day. Like, we were trying to in Long Beach. It kept taking us down roads that didn't exist. I had to get off of it, and then, like, it couldn't connect to the fucking internet. It just was like, it was the fucking worst.
It looked like, yeah, it seemed like you weren't having fun. You're having fun with...
our first day in California was bad. It was bad.
I didn't have fun either the first day or two.
And people, and like, it was so bad because there was just like all these like joints in the road and all these potholes. That motherfucker was bottoming out like crazy, and people were like, well, you can adjust the suspension, and people are giving me all these fixes for the Harley. I'm like, it's like, dude, they just put me on that bike. There was no like, this is how you work the bike. They were like, here are the keys, see ya. Like, I didn't know nothing about that fucking motorcycle. It was just, here's the keys, here's how you start it. And they were like, and put this disc lock on it every time you park it. I was like, well, that ain't happening, but, you know, see ya.
Yeah, they gave me one of those too. I was like, let me just go ahead and take this and put it in the saddlebag where it's going to remain for the rest of the next 3 days.
But they didn't teach me how to do a single thing on that bike at all. And you know, Eagle Rider, it is what it is. I don't have that much, I don't have anything bad to say about him. Because I also kicked the fuck out of the saddlebags the whole time, dude. I don't know how anybody has a Harley with hard bags and they aren't just covered with scratches. Because I kicked those bags literally every time I threw a leg on that bike to get on it. Like every fucking time. And they didn't say nothing about it. Like they didn't try to hit me. Like, oh man, we're gonna charge you, you know. Anyway, that's enough bitching about fucking that shit.
Yeah. Apparently there was some money that had to be spent that I'm gonna have to pay back, which I will. For me, I mean, you guys say like 80 miles an hour with a wobble is crazy. Well, 5 miles an hour is crazy too, you guys. When you're drunk and on mushrooms, that is fucking crazy. So if you drop, apparently, if you drop a rental Harley, it's not. I mean, it's a big deal.
How much did that drop end up costing, by the way, if you don't mind us asking?
$700.
Yeah, 700 of the 1,000 for the security for the waiver insurance.
Yeah, so I have to repay that.
Yeah.
Eventually, of course, you know. Vegas said no, it's fine. It's not fine. That's a lot of money. Yeah,
you need to pay that back. I mean, yeah, even if she says you don't have to, you need to do that. But you know that, so
absolutely. Yeah. So it was a fun drop. It was funny though when it hit the ground 5 miles an hour. Ramon's like, "Why don't you have a helmet on?" And I looked at him and target fixated, and over I went. Boom!
That video that said, "You make me smile," and it said.
Oh man!
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Man, Derek, that fucking, I don't know who that was, the dude with the flag in today's video. And he's like, put it forward. It goes right up her ass. Man, you fucking lost your shit, and I had a pair left. That shit.
I loved the little edit to accentuate how silly the laugh was. That was awesome.
Dude, so the laughs are fucking retarded, and so I just reverse it.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
That guy seemed cool.
There's a lot better ones out there. Oh my god. It's so random, but there's like this there's this part in Ace Ventura where he's sitting like with that chick from the tribe or whatever, and it's like nighttime and they're spitting spit wads at the dude on the pole. Yeah. There's a part where she goes, "You make me smile," and that's just been stuck in my head for like 2 months, and it's like become like this meme thing now, and I've been fucking posting everywhere. Sorry, that's what I was like watching right now. And you guys are saying.
I'm looking for a clip of it.
I posted it on the side chat.
Oh, did you?
I don't know. Like he thought I was posting it to Liquid Ice, and then he said it took him to my channel, but it's not even a YouTube link. It's a video. It's literally a video link on another thing that says "You make me smile," and that's all it says. I guess that ain't it. I don't know. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, he said it.
Oh yeah, dude. I should have brought this up a minute ago. You guys know Deep South Moto?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Deep South Moto on Twitter, man. I always talk to him on Twitter.
Well,
He's been in the side chat for like most of the night.
I haven't seen it. Oh fuck. Well,
He's been.
this motherfucker sends me a box today. Says Amazon Prime on it, and there's a fucking GoPro session in it. So thank you.
Oh, is that what that
Oh,
was? That you
dang,
posted?
nice.
Yeah. Thank you very much. It is amazing. That's cool as fuck.
That
it's
is
hard to
nice.
accept.
Everybody, stay quiet, real quick. I think I know what Backroad was trying to say.
What?
You make me smile. I love you.
Oh man.
I do love him. He probably wouldn't take it, but I would love to rub his butthole because.
You're gonna do the iPod on it?
Just make him proud and put it to good use. Make some fire ass videos for your boy.
Yeah, I don't lick anybody but you, Neil. Shut up. My tongue's only for you. Dedicated.
Still special now.
I think Derek's got the right of it. That's the best thing you can do is like look at that camera and go like, what fucking awesome thing am I gonna do with this?
He went out of his way to send it to you for that reason, and you can make him proud by making some said videos.
Yeah. And, oh, dude, on top of that, I get another package last week with a transition shield in it for my helmet from Whelan, not Whalen. Thank you, too.
Oh,
nice.
Man. I like to say Whalen, though.
How's that transition shield work? That'd be pretty sweet.
Amazing. It takes about 15 seconds to adjust, and the brighter it is outside, the darker that motherfucker gets. It'll fucking go 5.0.
Man, that'd be a lifesaver right there.
It is
Yeah,
awesome.
I always thought about that because I hate when we do like group rides and it ends up getting night and then I can't see fucking dick. And then if I have my contacts in, so I ride the thing up, I'm just getting bugs in the fucking eyes.
Right?
How anybody does that dark fucking shield shit? Man. I can never do that.
I really like it for daytime. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Nighttime, not perfect.
It's a lot of it has to do with commuting. Like I commute to the bar and I go when the sun's out and I go back when the sun's like 4 a.m. So there's no way I could roll.
Yeah.
Every single day I ride almost, I'm coming back home when it's dark.
Yeah, big time. Hey, Whelan, I fucking walk. I walk outside with my helmet by myself and no one's looking and watch it go dark and then come back in and watch it clear up because it's amazing.
That is pretty badass.
I always wish he would make more videos. I know why he doesn't because he's in school. Like he's fucking
made me a fucking sweet ass GIF yesterday. That shit's awesome. I've been bombing that out to people.
Oh yeah,
I've always liked the Whalen video, man. One of the best voices on YouTube, man. That guy's got such a great voice.
I don't know if you've ever seen him or not, but if you've seen him, you realize that dude's an old soul, big time.
yeah. He sounds like a Midwestern Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah, he's pretty awesome. He won from the raffle at MTM. He won some protons or some basically anything free he wants off High Tech Speed, which is pretty cool. That's a pretty cool gift.
Yeah,
because them bitches are bright.
Brisnight.
Brightest blinkers.
You make me smile.
White Devil.
Iquenzuocha.
I gotta watch that again now.
I like when that guy yells at him after he's been called it 100 times, and he goes Iquenzuocha, and then the guy tries to translate it for him, and he goes, "Let me guess, white devil," and then he goes, "You speak Wachuchu?" Oh my god, that movie's the fucking best.
Oh, I love it. I love both of them.
Yeah, I just watched the first one like 2 days ago. Fuck, it was awesome.
Like when in the beginnings, it just starts out with Gold where he's just kicking the fucking UPS package all over the place.
Yeah.
I still see that image and video used when like there's some like news story being broken about someone with some fucked up package or UPS fucking them. I still see that being used as some like stock photo or style thing as the story thing. Oh my god.
That little guy in the tuxedo. And you must be the Monopoly guy.
Thanks for the free parking.
Oh, shit.
God. Man, if Jim Carrey could do what he did with Dumb and Dumber, even if it ain't as good as the classics, which it most likely wouldn't, it would still be just as special if he if he could just go out with a bang and make a last Ace Ventura. Oh my god, that would be so magnificent,
would be amazing. That would be.
And he could totally pull that off.
Camera, because I'm gonna eat this. You guys keep talking though. Jessica,
What is that?
Dang.
Looks like some Quincy
potatoes?
food.
What the fuck is it though? That looks weird. It's like some goulash or some shit.
It's like 1,500 calories of delicious.
What did you say it was?
chicken and vegetables, man. She did roast chicken, roast potatoes, roast vegetables, man. It's fucking bomb.
Yeah.
Roast vegetables.
It's a mountain of it. I want to fucking eat that.
Give me your meat mountain. So is anybody surprised by the outcome of the Mcgregor-Mayweather fight?
Yeah,
No, I wasn't.
No,
I was
really.
surprised.
Not surprised at all.
Yeah, that's just the way it goes, man. I mean,
Yeah.
McGregor is amazing, and I am really impressed that he did what he was able to do. But man, he ain't no boxer, just like Mayweather. I mean, Mayweather ain't no MMA fighter, you know.
Yeah.
I was calling Merriweather forever too.
Yeah, Mayweather. Fuck the Mayweathers.
Real quick, just from a perspective, I know you guys are all into that shit. I don't watch boxing or UFC, but from my perspective, I think it's only cool and would be fair if Floyd did the other thing. And how cool would it be? No. Listen.
Awesome.
Listen.
You think so?
Listen. How cool would it be? Floyd beat Connor's ass at his game. Floyd returns the respect and plays him at his game. Connor obviously, fucking beats his ass. Floyd may be a little bit more hurt, but guess what? They walk off with double the paydays. No one can talk shit. Win-win. They both beat each other at each other's sports, and everyone walks away happy. How cool would that be?
Yeah.
I would love to.
That would I almost think that would sell more just because so many people would want to see Floyd get his fucking face pounded.
That would be like a
Mayweather, dude. Mayweather
It's only
would be
fair.
annihilated if he did that, though.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
Yeah.
I feel like McGregor had to have known that he was going to lose. He probably
no
knew.
41-year-old man needs to be in a full MMA fight.
He had a fucking fighting chance, like big time. He's got the skills. He just gassed out, and
Floyd is extremely in shape for his age. I know everyone's throwing the age. I know everyone's throwing the age around, but I mean, he's probably more in shape than I am. And he's fucking I think he's more than capable of fighting Connor. I mean, I don't know if there's any little extra padded gloves or so they use in UFC. Maybe they could go that route or whatever, but I just personally think if you just went both routes, they both play each other at each other's game. That way there literally can be no shit talk on either side. They both won in each other's game, mutual respect, and they both walk away with 2 paydays. And it's literally just an equal course through the whole thing.
I think that here's the deal, though, and people got mad because they said they called the fight early. No, they didn't.
No,
the
he
thing
was
about
about
it is
to go down.
when you're basically a 41-year-old man and you're in an MMA fight, the fine line between getting your bell rung and having something like permanent brain damage is a very real risk. You got to keep in mind that, they were using 8-ounce gloves. It was a traditional boxing match, and boxing is a discipline. You can't just fight like crazy and do whatever you want. It's about the discipline and the art of box fighting. And in MMA, a lot of those restrictions are removed and there's a much higher level of violence. And I just feel like, honestly, that if Mayweather ever did decide, as wonderful and as professional and as incredible of a boxer as he is, if he ever stepped in the octagon with the likes of someone like McGregor, he literally could get himself killed.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he could literally die in the ring at 41 years old.
Yeah, like look at that fight and how much money they made, and no one even fucking spilled a drop of blood. Like
Right.
if it was UFC, it's like face would be smashed.
Like Connor could have sat down
Yeah.
for like fucking 30 seconds and been back up and going probably.
Yeah, he could have literally stood there for like 10 minutes just taking punches and been like, all right, give my check.
I could totally tell Connor though, like the fight was literally the last of his worries. He was just literally like, what was it? Quadrupled his net worth. You know what I'm saying? He that's probably the only fucking thing on his mind with a fucking newborn baby and a wife at home.
Oh, yeah,
that's all he was happy about. He didn't care if he won or lost.
Yeah, he made like at
I'm
least
sure obviously
200, 300 million on that fight. So like, fuck.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit if you lose? Like, if I could have walked in there, got knocked out in 3 fucking seconds, and be like, sweet, I'll nurse my concussion back home on my private jet, bitch.
Yeah, as long as Mayweather pays his taxes this time, he probably won't be fighting again.
yeah, he's done.
50-0, it's a good way to end your career, though.
Yeah.
That's a good number. It sounds good.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
But those last couple punches though were amazing. I mean, fuck, I was like, I can't believe he's not going down. He never went down.
Well, and that's where you knew that Mayweather never really opened up until he got the good sense that McGregor was gassed. And when he figured out that he was gassing out, then Mayweather was like, okay, now I'm going to use my energy. And, he started beating the shit out of him at that point.
That's what I was worried about happening the whole time, too. Because, like, I'm a pretty big McGregor fan ever since, like, when was it? Like, 2010 or 11 when he came into the UFC, fought Max Holloway. I was like, this guy's doing something. But fucking, like, the only time he's ever really been challenged was when he fought Nate Diaz. And fucking he was putting the pressure on him the whole fight. And that's when you saw when he lost. Like, he gassed out and he was fucking done. He had nothing for him after that. And the whole time I was like, fuck, he better be in shape for this one because he's gonna be fucked if he doesn't knock him out in like 3 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
By those last few rounds, freaking McGregor was just like a fucking wet noodle out there.
Oh yeah, he was done. Fuck, I could have I could have fought him towards the end of that thing.
He was fucking getting sloppy on that one.
That fucking rope thing that he was doing.
Damn, Urban Joker woke up, took a 5-hour nap, and came
Urban Joker, you're fucking going nuts. I'm feeling like Mayweather over here with all this money. Calm down.
Time to buy a Bentley for your son.
Money Mayweather over here.
Yeah. Neil Weather.
Time to buy a Rolls Royce for Bane.
A Rolls Royce crib.
Yeah. Rolls Royce freaking Capri Sun holder.
Oh man, yeah, it was a good fight.
Tim,
mm-hmm.
Tim, real quick, because I know you're fucking over there, and for some reason we haven't touched on this yet. My dad's in Waco,
mm-hmm.
and as of like earlier, I was speaking with him. He's all cool and everything, obviously, but he's like on the Assen Ridge of like the rain. Where are you located in all this? And are you getting any of this rain or any of this shit?
Yeah, the storm made landfall 560 miles from me, so there was zero effect. I mean, it's been sunshiny every day. I've been riding my motorcycle every day.
Oh.
Yeah, there's no effect here.
The other part of Texas, huh? The other side.
Right. Yeah. The main places that it hit were obviously around Aransas Pass. Aransas Pass and Rockport Fulton took the brunt of it because it took the eye wall. Yeah. But
dude, I saw this chart on Twitter where this news thing had to literally make new colors on its graph because it was over 15 inches.
Right.
And in the color of the over 15-inch purple was the size of the whole bottom half of Louisiana.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy, dude. Like, I don't think any of us are gonna be able to comprehend the grand scale of this until like a month after this is over, at least.
Exactly. And the thing about it is that just the sheer volume of rain. Somebody made a graphic about something like 9 trillion gallons of water, and they made a giant cube representing 9 trillion gallons over Houston to show how big it would be and how much water that area has absorbed since it won't stop raining. As the storm fizzles out, and it was a shocking graphic to look at. I'll see if I can find it.
That's nuts. It's like, is Jake anywhere near where that's like affected?
No, Jake's like 420 miles from the storm. So, in fact, where Jake lives, I'm playing a show about like 40 miles from where Jake lives this weekend. So it's nowhere. Dallas Fort Worth was essentially unaffected. They may have gotten a little bit of rain out of it, if that.
Now is that because I saw the storm cell, and it was the 10 freeway was right in the middle of that. Was that part of where we drove through when we went out there?
No, it was not.
Or was
You guys split off of Interstate 10 around Van Horn. Just east of Van Horn, Texas, you guys split off of I-10 and went onto I-20 and took I-20 up to the northeast, up to the Dallas area. Yeah.
Yeah, I was wondering if we drove through that part or not.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't get anywhere near that area.
There was some traffic cam even before and afters that was just like fucking, we're talking like 20 feet looking of water just filling the freeways to the overpasses and shit. That shit's like, I can't even comprehend that shit.
Yeah, it turned like those low-lying overpasses and stuff literally into lakes. It's an astounding thing.
That's nuts. I saw that on the news, like the highway bridges, like the water's like an inch underneath them. It's like, holy shit.
I mean,
okay, here's the
how
graphic.
long is that shit gonna? How long would it take to even have that water dissipate?
Well, you would be surprised how fast it'll dissipate because Houston is a coastal city. So the water's going to dissipate. It'll go to the ocean. It'll go into the aquifers. It'll go to the rivers and stream system. But it's an unprecedented amount of water. Check this out right here. Let's see. I think it was the Washington Post made this graphic to show just how much water had fallen as of like 2 days ago. And let's see. What did I do with it? Here it is. So here's downtown Houston. Down here, this is the entire downtown Houston. This is the volume of water that has fallen just on the Houston area.
Dang.
Yeah, as of noon on the 27th, 9 trillion gallons of rain had fallen across greater Houston.
Damn.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing, man. And it's still raining down there.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, big time. So
I'll tell you,
I saw a guy today.
Somebody who lives with rain and the dangers that rain presents. There's nothing more just soul crushing than rain that won't stop, especially when it starts to affect you negatively, because that happens all the time here. And when it starts to affect you negatively, and you get to a certain point, and you're like, "Wow, this rain is fucking my program up," and it doesn't stop. The psychological effect of that is really amazing.
See that video of that guy? It was kind of hilarious. He was going through Texas streets with a plunger and like plunging the ground. Like, it should work.
Yeah, Vash was talking about Palm Springs gets 6 inches of rain a year, and in Houston, in the last couple of days, they've gotten 42 inches of rain.
That's nuts.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Unbelievable. Never before seen, and since they've been, keeping track of this kind of stuff.
You guys got your tinfoil hat on? It's HARP. HARP, the harassing asshole penile colony. There's an R in there somewhere.
Yeah. That would be HAPC.
Oh, well, put the R in there.
Yeah, it's going to take a lot for Houston in particular to recover. It's kind of funny that the most damage from the storm, like the most structural damage, was in the Rockford Fulton area, but the most flood damage was in Houston because of how the storm is lingering.
Oh, my ass cheeks.
I just saw some video on Facebook where they're like somebody in a jack-up truck is like pulling a tube. The dudes are tubing down the street, and another dude is wakeboarding.
Yeah.
Imagine catching like the top of a fire hydrant and ripping the top of your fucking chest open.
Oh god.
Oh,
That's fucked up.
That's all I kept thinking about when I watched that. Like just catching like some random fucking like metal structure coming out of a sidewalk or something that you just can't see because it's underwater.
Right under the water, just fuck you up.
Hey guys, I gotta
Next thing
run.
you know, you look over and your buddy's fucking
Okay,
split in half.
Peace.
Talk to you later.
Peace out, back road.
Later.
So,
Go fucking midget.
oh my god, look who the fuck is here.
Holy fucking shit.
Is that Jake the fucking cunt snake over here?
Hello.
Jake. Jake.
Yes.
Jake.
Yes.
You make me smile.
What?
Say that. You make
I
me
didn't understand
smile.
you. I smell?
You just make me smile.
Oh.
That too, but you make me smile too.
I bet I do smell like Whataburger because I just went to Whataburger.
You went to Whataburger, not Waterburger.
Dude, I miss Whataburger.
Listen here, man. Tim
he's
is,
in Texas.
is a
It's
Texan.
Whataburger
You need to know we say Whataburger. Okay,
That sounds like some Dallas shit.
You know what? How many people are in Dallas? How many people are in where the fuck you're from?
Okay, I'll give
So
you
we
that.
win. We
Yeah,
win.
good point. Good point.
I don't know if that's really a good point.
Tim, what's the area that you're from again called? I tried to explain to my dad the other day, and I couldn't think of it for the life.
Middle
of me.
Earth.
Yeah, Middle Earth. I live in Hobbiton, Texas. No, I'm in what's called the Permian Basin, and yeah,
I think you listen to the city.
yeah, it's the Midland Odessa area.
You know, fucking hardcore to that answer.
I'm in the west
Tim, I don't
portion
even know
of
what area I'm in what you just said.
Yeah. Well, there's far west Texas. There's the Davis Mountains. There's the Trans-Pecos. There's the Permian Basin. There's the Llano Estacado. They have a lot of different ways to describe the areas geographically.
I was referring to kind of like where we pulled off and had lunch.
That was actually south of Midland, Texas. Yeah, that was outside.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Okay, I know I was fucked up because I kept thinking that started with like the word fair, like fair something or whatever. And it's fucking not even remotely that. Okay,
No.
cool.
Midland. Yeah.
Now Midland. Yeah, there you go. That's the name I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were near a little farm community called Valley View.
And Jake, how far are you from Waco?
Like an hour and a half, 2 hours, hour and a half. About an hour and a half. I think I can get there. Yeah.
Well, I want to go. 'Cause my pops bought a house out there. Remember? Because I want to fucking go visit him one of these days and fucking kill two birds with one dickhead.
I don't know why. I just assumed
Boys out there.
like in my head, I thought you were about to say like I want to go see what was that church that got burnt down out there, the Waco disaster.
All I know about Waco is my dad lives there and that there was like some biker gang shootout. That's all I know about that place
too. That actually was in Waco.
Yeah, that's all I know about Waco. That's the only reason I know the name Waco is from that shootout because it was all over the news over here.
Yeah, I think they got the name right during that shootout. During the Waco disaster, they kept calling it Wacko, Texas on the news, which shouldn't have been funny at the time because people were dying. But every time they said Wacko, Texas, to be fair, I was like in the 3rd, 4th grade, so I was like, they don't know how to say that, right? Dumbasses.
Like when I was that age, I would laugh at Butt, Montana, thinking it was butt.
Dude, we have this place called Dumas, Texas, and I've heard some people go, "Is this dumbass Texas?" Yeah, it's dumbass Texas. Good job. You win. Tim, you've been to Dumas, right? Dumas.
I've been to Dumas. Yeah, been through there several times. I'm playing near your town Saturday night.
Where?
I'm in Canton Saturday night.
That's kind of.
It's about what 30 minute drive from where you live, something like that.
I don't know. I have to look it up now. I thought it was further away.
It might be further than that. Yeah.
I feel like it's actually not. No, I think it's I'll look it up here. I don't think it's that far. It's with a C, right?
Yep.
Painting Texas. Directions to here.
I'm playing at a place called Cedar Flats on Saturday night in Canton.
You ever screw up when you're like doing directions and you do like distance? You're like, wow, that's really close. Shit. Oh god, I freaked out from it. Tim, it said it's 23 hours away. It's because I have it on walking.
On walking? Yeah.
It's an hour and a half away.
Start walking on Friday. You'll be there just in time for the gig.
Well, actually, that I think we're gonna end up doing it. Try to do it Sunday, but that's Saturday. It was gonna be Saturday. I was gonna try to go out to what's it called? Corsicana.
Yeah, played there many times.
Out by the lake.
In Mansfield.
Was it Richland Chambers Reserve, whatever it's called, that lake? That big old lake out there?
White Settlement.
Yeah, wait, what? Is White's only? What?
I don't know. Yeah, I've always wondered about that.
Well, I mean,
Why do they call it white settlement? It sounds
that's why they wanted a picture of my grandfather before he moved out there. Makes sense now. I don't know if that would actually work. He's a pretty tan white guy. That dude lives outside. Oh, you guys could talk about the Illuminati together. Get you and my grandpa. He's in the Illuminati too, Tim.
Oh my god!
I was cracking those
My
jokes
dad
the
is
other day
too.
too.
I think a lot of my family is, to be fair.
There's a riding club here. They're a Freemason fucking riding club, and a bunch of them showed up here the other day to fucking buy some shit, and I was cracking the Illuminati jokes the whole time. And hilariously, they all knew who you are, Tim. They watch your videos.
Oh my god! We're not allowed to do that in Texas, man. Freemasons are not allowed to form motorcycle clubs.
Yeah, fucking. I was asking them, I was like, because they watch YouTube videos and shit. That's how they knew who I was. I was like, oh, you guys know who Tim Kreitz is or whatever? They're like, oh yeah, isn't he a Mason too? I was like, you guys are Illuminati, aren't you?
They got him on the list.
Yeah.
I'll tell you, I love that post you made.
Yeah, that guy was not a Freemason. I tested him twice. He failed 2 times, and then he began to say things to me that one Mason would never say to another. So that dude's a fraud.
That was some fucking ninja shit right there. I just batted this like huge bird-sized moth, like backhanded it right out the window.
Canadian moth.
It didn't happen.
Oh, that was cool.
That's crazy though, Tim. Like, because you'll tell us some stuff about it. I guess they're, like I said, they're allowed to be more open now. But I feel like most of the people I know that are in, are like still kind of on that old school style. Like the fact that I've got multiple family members in it, and I'm like, and people are like, what do they do? I'm like, I really don't know that much about what they do. Like, your family's in it. Like, I don't know about it.
It's only been in the last few years that here in Texas we're allowed to talk pretty openly about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to several
Yeah.
temples. I've been to like events, but like, you know, like open family ones. But like, I've been like into some deep circles with some fucking people up in that shit. But you know, we don't talk about it.
Yeah, and I'm kind of an old school Mason. I mean, I recognize the need to, you know, let people know you're a Mason, and then that way, if they're interested in it, they might ask about becoming one and start asking questions. I mean, we needed to be less secretive. I agree with that, and but I sometimes wonder if we've gone too far in the other direction, talking about stuff too much. And that, in that sense, I'm very much an old school Mason. You know.
Hey Tim, remember that Freemason sword that I told you I found at that pawn shop by my house?
Yeah.
I went back to that pawn shop about a few weeks ago with Francesca, and I was literally like in my mind gonna like take a video of it for you, and it was gone.
Oh, dang it!
Somebody snatched it.
I would have even
realized it was gone. Did you hear like the X-Files music playing?
I little bit.
The aliens reclaimed it.
Yeah, I'll pick those swords up, especially if they're Yorkite swords. I will pick those up if I find them in pawn shops and stuff.
Yeah, this one didn't look like no swap meet shit. It had some pretty like legit looking kind of aging to it, and even
yeah. What happens is old Freemasons, because Freemasonry skipped a generation. Freemasonry skipped my dad's generation and part of my generation. My dad's generation was the baby boomers, the hippie generation, and they were anti-establishment. And so that whole generation, they skipped Freemasonry. There's a huge void in Freemasonry in that age group. And then my generation, Gen X, started getting interested in it again and in the importance of it. So what happened was, in that time, there were a bunch of people in the baby boom generation and the Gen X generation who found all of their dead relatives' Masonic regalia, rings and Yorkite swords and just various types of regalia. They didn't know what to do with them, but they figured out that they had some valuable or precious metal to some of them, and so they took them and hawked all of them. So you see them at auctions, and you see them in antique shops and pawn shops and that sort of stuff. And so one of the things that we try to do here in Texas, or my part of Texas, is if we see that stuff and if we can afford it, we'll buy it just to get it back inside of our temples and inside of our lodge rooms and get it off the street. And so yeah, anytime I see something like that, if it's reasonably priced and I can afford to switch it up, I will definitely grab it. So.
Well,
I'll keep a lookout for that.
Yeah.
Now that we know it's worth money to you guys, buy it.
Yeah, hike up that price, son.
I've got a bunch of it here in the house.
my interaction with that guy at the pub is just that, hey, with it, when I told him to leave that night, you know, and I wasn't a dick about it. You know, I just said like, hey, you can't have your vest here. And he was like, well, you know, it's not a motorcycle club. I'm a Freemason. And I go like, well, I'm sorry, I can't make any exceptions.
Yeah.
Dang, can't be repping them Masons in there.
And he left. He left. Like right, he was just like, all right, and he just left.
Holy
Right
shit.
away. And I was just like, and in my head I'm going like, all right, well, cool, see you. And it doesn't bother me. Like I was just like, yeah, he left. Like nothing was bad. And then the next day,
Damn, Urban Joker with the Pee-wee one.
Jeez,
Oh,
Urban
sorry.
Joker. Thanks, man. Have a good
he's
night.
trying to say like, this guy kicked me out because I was a Freemason. That's how he's trying to play the story. And I wouldn't have even cared if he had just gone like, he kicked me out because of my vest and was mad about that. Fine, at that, like that's fine. But he lied. And he distorted the truth. He goes, I got kicked out because I was a Freemason. And that was just not what happened.
You got kicked out because you were wearing colors. That's what I told the idiot. I said, dude, no colors means no colors, period. And besides, what are you doing wearing your Masonic regalia
I'm not saying
improperly?
no colors at a bar. Like, you gotta.
Not no colored.
I know
no
it's-
colors. Yeah.
I'd come up with, especially these days, I'd come up with a better word. They're kids right now.
No cut, no patches, no cut.
Well, people like no cuts. Like, dude, nobody called a motorcycle vest with a club patch on the back a cut until
Sons of Anarchy.
Yeah.
Nobody called it a fucking cut.
Right.
Hey, you guys probably already talked about, but I can't believe you told me that
If
was
somebody
like,
ever refers to a cut, I'm just like, dude, you fucking started riding motorcycles after Sons of Anarchy came out.
I mean, I was so unaware of the world of that. I've been riding since like 04, but I remember we used to call the it bike night, where all like the guys that stood around with their cuts on, we used to call it the cut. Like, watch out, don't go over to that side. That's the cut. You're not allowed to step over there. We used to just like we used to say it like real loud in front of them. They're a whole bunch of fuckers, like the sport bike gangs, like with fucking whatever's on. It's like, shut the fuck up. just stop it.
It is what it is. You call it.
I got the booster with one rotor off and it's chromed. It's like, that's great, dude. What a
colors, and you call colors
It can
with
go
the-
fast and not stop.
dude. I've been like going up to bike night every once in a while lately. Which I'm gonna take a break for a while because it's just too hooligan. I think you risk your luck. Like, I'm gonna get wheelied in the back of the head going up there. And it's just so ridiculous. I'm like, I can only bite my tongue so much. I was up there last time, and this guy's all like, I told him they can't be holding down this R6. They just can't. Nobody can. I'm like, what? Like, I'm like, look, like, I bet you I beat you to the 60-foot mark with my FCO7. There's no way. You're like, are you racing people that are just cruising?
Hold it down.
What's that movie? What's that
Oh, man.
fucking movie with the helmet and Morpheus, I think's in it?
Biker boys.
God, it's terrible.
Yeah.
I think these guys watch that, smoke a bunch of weed, and show up, and they're like, "Yeah," it's like, calm down.
Biker boys.
like one of my favorite things to do, which I haven't done in a long time because I haven't had my Rocket 3 in a while. But like having the Rocket 3, going out cruising, and anytime you come up to a light with a dude on a 600. I'm about to embarrass the fuck out of you right now. Because I know you're 22 years old, you're on an R6, and you think it's the fastest motorcycle in the world. I'm about to fucking take
Well, you're talking about when you're on the Rocket, right?
on the Rocket. Yeah, the Rocket. It won't beat a leader bike. Rocket. But any 600 class or even GSSR 750s, I'll walk away from.
Well, especially off
Like,
the
it's-
line, dude. That thing's nuts, dude. I mean, I only rode what's his name, and you said yours is faster. I rode Evos, and I was like, dude, this is stupid. I was scared of like clutching it out, going around turns on that thing.
My Rocket's probably about 50 to 60 horsepower and foot-pounds of torque over a stock one.
That's just dumb, but cool. No, I was gonna say that earlier. I can't believe, like, if you told me like they've got the Softail and the Dyna and they're getting rid of one, I would have been like, oh well, there goes the Softail. Can't believe they I know y'all did your videos. I can't believe they kept the one and not the other. That's crazy.
Yeah, everybody always hated the Softail, especially Dyna guys, man.
Dude, the
Dyna
Lowrider
guys
S
always-
was so cool. I mean, I feel like
Because
even
the
non-Harley
Softail-
people wanted that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Softail just represented the dividing line. That was like, oh,
Well, it's a
you're
fake
you're
hardtail. It's never been cool.
And I think Softails are like they've made a great lot of them. Like the Softail Slim, I think that's a cool bike.
Well,
But
I was
that was definitely the dividing line of like you have money or you're like just a regular dude.
Like
if you
here's
have
here's
money, you're like you
if-
straight
if-
to the Softail.
your video though, Shade Tree. I had no idea about that giveaway stuff the way they did it. That was hard to
A
watch,
lot of
man.
people didn't. When it fucked up, dude, can you believe that shit? Like, oh, here's all these celebrities.
The two normal people, and I say normal with quotes, like you said too. They don't even give them to them.
Slap to the face, man.
That one fucker from Game of Thrones who died in like season 1. Why is that guy even famous still?
Yeah,
He's over there spray painting it. It's like,
yeah, no shit. Like you're Aquaman. You're the gayest superhero that's ever been created.
Yeah.
like, don't get me wrong. I thought that dude was pretty badass. Season 1 of that show that I just started watching 2 weeks ago for the first time.
Was he called Drogo in the first season? Was that the guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, he did kill it. That was amazing. I believe that dude. Like I felt like he actually knows the gibberish he's making up.
Yeah. No, he was great in Game of Thrones, but what a dickhead in real life.
Yeah.
It's like, that's the guy y'all gave a bite to. I'm glad like they got dudes like Indians smart enough to give dudes like Tony Carbajal like a fucking hookup. I mean, I love that build he did on those
Yeah, those are dope.
God, that
Indians
guy,
are so
does that not
fucking
make
nice.
you want one of those, man? I want
Dude,
that.
I want that rowdy, like hooligan looking dirt bike one. That one is so
Yeah.
stupid sick.
I mean, but Derek, think
Fuck,
about it. That was based. This remember the bike I rented when I came out there?
Yeah, he told
That
me about.
basically is
He
one
was
of
mentioning
those.
when he got those bikes. Yeah, he
Yeah.
told me that when he got those.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's a platform that I think they need to make one stock that comes with mid controls and a tall seat, kind of like closer to the hooligan bikes.
Yeah, I hope they will, man. I hope that we were talking about it in Super Faggot Force earlier, but like I really am just like, man, I hope Indian strikes right now.
Yeah, no shit.
Strike while the iron is hot.
They need to do this though. Is like they need to put the octane version of that motor in all the Scouts with the 12.
Yeah, and have it like with mid controls and
right
shit.
Now,
Yep.
right
Well, the
now, okay, everybody's like Indian, but I'll tell you, dude, Indians lineup. I actually even looked at it today. I went to their website and I was like, well, let me look and see if there's anything from Indian I would want. Their lineup is pretty fucking lame.
Oh my god, too. Like
Indian,
after my video
It's-
came out, the amount of people that sent me a fucking picture of Rusty Butcher fucking wheelie and hits, I was just like, oh my god. Drive me fucking nuts. Like as if I don't know who that is, first of all. And
Yeah.
then there was like then everyone's like sending me the wheelie shot, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll respond and send him the video of it. And he's doing like a fucking 4-foot faggot wheelie on it. It was so bad.
when he's standing on and he's standing on the seat. And it's
Oh,
just
yeah,
like, dude, and any bike with 2 wheels will do a fucking wheelie.
Yeah, I can
if you're
wheelie
standing
literally
on the seat.
fucking anything. Like, there's not a bike on earth that I can't wheelie. So, like, that's not impressive to me. But then everyone's like, but it looks so cool now. And I was like, yeah, because it's covered in fucking Dyna parts now. Like, it's got an entire Dyna front end on it now. Like,
Watch they come out with like a fucking like a swing arm dual shock mount kit for it.
well, probably.
Oh man, I just like I'm not impressed by Indians lineup. I'm gonna go ahead and say that.
No.
I think
I think there's potential in a few of them. They just need to like
there's potential, but
like they could
what
take
they
some of the
have right
existing
now-
platform, make some cool stuff.
what they
with
have
them.
right now is they have 2 platforms. They got the Scout platform and they've got their big inch platform.
Chieftain platform.
Yeah, I'm still
Yeah.
willing to bet though, since axing Victory. I mean, some of those Victory engines were badass.
Yeah, they were.
I don't see them just. They
That's what
gotta
I
do
was saying.
something
It's
with
like
those.
you take the 106 Victory and like cobble together a frame and throw it in a stripped down fucking like no nonsense bike and just like, hey, this has got a big inch twin on it. It's a no nonsense bike. That
Very
can
basic, let you do what you want with it kind of bike,
Yeah.
right? Like
It's like Jesus Christ, man. That would
Like a
I think like that would
Sportster
kill, not
almost.
even
Victory.
like a Sportster size thing with that 106 in it. And there's already all the aftermarket support for Victory 106. You know, like God, they fucking kill it. They won't do it.
They're not going to bring those engines back because they aren't going to. They
Ooh,
probably don't
emissions
conform to the
problem.
new emission standards.
Yeah, I was about to say they probably
Yeah.
fucking don't.
Yeah.
Damn it.
It would probably be more financially, well, I guess the way to put it would be it would cost less to probably just design a whole new engine. Yeah.
Or they could do what so many fucking people have done, KTM and Husqvarna and all these fucking European companies have done, is like they basically sell a bike that doesn't run off the showroom floor with a fucking piece of wire that you stick into it and it runs.
Yeah, they do that. even my
That's what
WR450
there's
is
so many
that
other
way.
motorcycle manufacturers that have rolled out that way. So yeah, it's like it's choked up. It makes like 50 less horsepower. And you're like, but if you connect these wires, you know, track use only. Track use only.
WR450 only goes 25% throttle stock. If you ever go to the store, grab a WR450 and turn the throttle, it'll only go a quarter turn and it stops. And you're like, what the fuck? And they make like 15 horsepower, something hilarious. Then you spend $250 and you buy the aftermarket tunable ECU from the YZ450, and it comes with a wide open throttle stop. And most dealers don't even sell them without putting that on there. They just kind of roll it into the price. Like, yeah, you're going to buy this too. We don't sell them without this most of the time. And that's not even a street legal bike. They do that so it can run on those, was it like green sticker or whatever things? I think it's a California thing. I don't know what it means, but it's so they can hit certain trails.
Yeah, California, we have random trails. Like you'll hit it and you'll see a sign before it. It'll say green sticker vehicles only on it, which is random because we have trails all over, but somehow, you know, there's a specific set amount that have those.
Yeah, I think they do that so the WR450 is technically green sticker, even though, like I said, every dingus chingus that buys one is going to put that kit on there for $250.
I also don't understand why they just some of these bikes they just sell them in North America, because they're like everybody's complying to this Euro 4 emissions. Like that's not here. So like how many countless motorcycles are only sold in Europe? Probably just like, yeah, we're just selling.
Yep, you're right about that. And I always thought that they're fucking stupid. At least out here in California, out of all places, there's so limited amount of dual sports you can go buy at the dealership right now. There's such a fucking limited number you can go get, and we're talking street legal ones that you can go take off road. It feels like there's too limited, and when you go look at these other motovloggers that are in Europe, they got all these like fucking 125 street bikes and fucking every type of enduro all the way up the scale of sizes you can think of.
Supermotos too, man.
Yeah, dude. Like we got it fucked out here, and we got like the dopest fucking atmosphere to ride out here. It's fucking ironic. Yeah, and in California, the only remember back in the day in California, you were able to do what you can do in a lot of the other states still to this day, and like, you know, blinkers, headlights, brake light, and boom, you get yourself a fucking plate. Nowadays, with California, all these old early 2000s WRs and shit that were made street legal, they're the only ones that you can ride, and they're grandfathered in. Now they're overpriced, and you can't even do that shit nowadays, and you're pretty much stuck in California either getting a brand new bike of whatever the fuck you can find, or getting an old grandfathered in fucking dual sport that was plated back in the day.
Do it the way Vroom Vroom did, where he's got a PO box in another state.
Yeah, that's the loophole out here that most people
like
Arizona plates.
That's what I always tell people. They'll ask me. I had to learn about it just because so many
sucks.
people
You gotta
ask
do
me.
that, though. You know what I'm saying?
Tell them. Yeah, it is weird. There's a cool video by Everride. He makes some amazing videos, but he's got one he did a while back called "The Death of the Dual Sport." It's pretty smart. It goes into why a bunch of them haven't been upgraded, and the way you're not seeing a lot of them come around. He particularly starts talking about the big CC dual sports. They're like dead. There's just a few of them left, and they're like 20 years old, never been upgraded. But I'm serious. I think they're going to come out with the T7. I think they're going to.
It's weird. California's got all these emission laws and shit, but like, aren't there states like any of your guys' states? Don't you got to get inspections on your fucking bikes before you can get?
Yeah, but they're not. Bikes don't get smogged here though. They only
not here.
Well, we don't get smogged either for bikes.
All they do when I take mine in is just like when I initially got it legal, I had to take it in and get a you get what's called like a green sheet. Just it's the same as if you had an out of state for the first time and you're registering it. So you just go in there with like your insurance like normal. So you have your insurance, whatever. Then the bike has to have a running light, tail light, headlight, low beam, high beam. You know, horn. You don't need turn signals. And you need a mirror, DOT tires. I mean, it's real basic.
You have to
bike in like 2 minutes and be done. Like, okay,
you have to do that to register your bike, is what you're saying.
The first time, I mean, it's just like an annual inspection. So the first time you're doing it, go get it inspected.
Okay,
tell them you need something
in
called
California. You don't do none of that. You literally go bring your fucking paper. Go
Well, I'm
to
talking
DMV
about
and
inspection,
take
but you have to register initially the first time. You have to go get an inspection with
Yeah,
something
you
called
don't.
a green
There's no
sheet.
inspections in California. There's none of that.
Really?
You don't do none of that. And I have illegal, quote unquote race exhaust only exhaust on all my bikes. Never, every time I've ever been pulled over, nothing's ever been said about my exhaust
stuff. Nobody cares.
Yeah. Well, that's what what I'm saying is, all these people from out of state talking about how we're some fucking nanny state and commie state, blah 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 blah. Yet, like that shit ain't even looked at out here. Well, there's no such thing as a bike inspection or fucking bike smogs or whatever. I don't even know if that exists, but that shit don't exist out here. But it's kind of funny that they go out of their way, like you were talking with the green sticker shit, and we can't even legalize dirt bikes anymore. Yet they don't even do inspections or check any of the shit. It's fucking weird.
That is weird. Yeah, who knows, man?
It's so backwards out here, man.
Look at this thing here. What I was gonna do.
But yeah, you said like even in Texas nowadays, like as of right now, you say you can go buy a dirt bike and go put all your legal indicators and you can go put a plate on it.
There's sometimes it's weird. Like my my title did say off road only, but sometimes you can get like a weird one where it says something like no highway use, and then they get weird about it. Like they might plate it, but they might, I don't know. Like I tell you this, it throws them for a huge loop when you walk in there and do it. They're like, oh, that's like that. I used to try to use that as a selling point for the few minutes I was selling bikes. I was like, because we would sell those WR street legal, be like, bro, you don't want to go up there and do this yourself. First of all, you have to have the title, so it means you have to can't have a loan out for it. That's not too many people can walk in and buy a $10,000 dirt bike, then put with another few grand in parts to make it legal, and then just buy it cash and go take the plate. So it's a huge help if the dealer makes it.
Well, for me, the dirt bike thing would be useful. Like if you're finding some guy with an old dirt bike in his garage that they never ride, that's like 5-6 years old that you can get for $1,000. That's what I'm referring to.
You know what people will do, man? They'll get like something like, they'll even do like little 2-strokes and stuff instead of doing like the whole stator kit and converting it to like 12 volt. You just get a couple lithium 12 volt RC car batteries, put them in the air box, and they'll just charge it up, run the LED lights, and they usually won't really run them at night. They just have like a little running light glowing up on the front, but they'll just do it like that. So the bike doesn't have a recharge. Like you have to charge it when you get home, but like it's funny. I've seen a lot of bikes like that. This is the bike right here. I think I've talked about this on here before. I don't like the full Dakar style fairing. But you could see where you could hack that off right on the front there and just put a regular headlight on it. It would look pretty cool. But that's an FZ07 motor and basically a WR looking frame.
Yeah, they should make that.
Dude, riding your FZ07, I still don't stop thinking about that bike. And I always wanted that FZ09 and shit. And don't get me wrong, I still would if I came across it, but riding your 7, I wouldn't even be
hooligan, isn't it? No.
I love.
Yeah, dude, it's an addicting bike, and it's just. I don't know. There's something about open, just upright sitting position, just plain simple, fucking everything in your face type bikes. No, I hate everything's getting so overcomplicated nowadays, and I'm not the biggest Harley fucking experienced guy, but you guys talking about Harleys earlier and how they're making them, all these new electronics and blah blah blah. Like, would you guys that are all Harley expertise, would you guys agree if I said what if Harley made a bike like simple, like just simple bare bones, like an old school fucking Harley? Would you say that would sell like exponentially well compared to some fucking high tech ass Harley? What would you say? Because I know a lot of those guys like to mod them and whatnot.
Yeah, it would sell fucking to the old guard like nobody's business. To the newer guys, probably not so much, but to the people that are into the classics and the tradition and shit, oh fuck, that thing would go crazy.
Too, if you think about the guys who want to like just really cut one up and tear it all up, they would probably love like an old carbureted Sportster,
like something simple, right? That's just not so much wiring, electronics, and shit.
Something that they know how to work on.
Exactly, like that DR200, for instance. Like it's just, besides having a fucking fucked up motor that I'm not experienced to rip apart and fix, like that bike is just so simple, and I'm sure it's a simple thing to fix. I'm just not fucking smart.
You should box the motor up and send it to me.
Yeah, no shit. I was gonna say the same thing.
I'll send it back.
Why the fuck would you want to waste your life away on some piece of shit motor? Nah, dude. But,
Wasted. I love the videos when you rode those around. I would fix up.
Dude, I
missed
missed
to watch you make those videos again. They was
I
so funny. I remember the first time you got stuck up on those big hills. And not obviously you just fly down them. You don't care.
I was legit scared.
It was awesome.
I remember you getting stuck in the mud one time on one of those, and you're like, "Oh shit, what am I gonna do now?"
Oh, is that when I was with Arson?
You were afraid to go down some hill, then you go down it, you're all breathing hard, and you're like, "Oh my god!" And then like a week later, you're just flying down. I'm like, whatever.
Oh, I missed that bike a lot though on the real. But that bike was literally there. There's nothing that could be more simple on that bike. That one was and it's been the same bike I think since like 86 or 88 or some shit. It's still the same.
Yeah, that's what I love about my FZ07, Jake's FZ07. Dude, that is the most complicated thing on that bike is the fuel injection system. Everything else is bare bones.
It's simple compared to most. You still have a manual controlled set of throttle bodies. Shit, you can reach your hand down and twist the throttle right on the side of the motor.
Old school.
You have manuals. I think you only have one injector per cylinder. You don't have dual injectors. Right. The air box is actually like behind the engine, so it's not all up on top of it. Because I used to hate that. Everything you do to an inline four, it's like, let me rip the air box off, and it's like a 10-minute job. No, you wish it. I'm sorry, like 10 minutes just removing the secondary fuel rail that runs on top.
Oh fuck!
You're like, dude, but yeah, and you have secondary throttle bodies. You got all this stuff, all this electronics. It just gets nuts trying to get in there and work on it. This bike, like I've had my plastics off my tank up 1 or 2 times, and there's everything right there. I love it. It's easy.
Are they actually coming out with that T7 concept, Jake?
I think they will. I think they might.
Somebody, I just saw somewhere somebody fucking ripped off and like made a conversion kit that's like identical to the T7 for the WR450. It's pretty dope.
Well, if you look at that bike though, this is what I'm thinking. You gotta trim down that fairing on the front. You gotta cut the whole top off where the headlights are. Chop that off. Trim that fairing down because you can make it look more dirt bike-ish. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I fucking love
that big fairing on the
bikes,
bottom. Gotta go too. That weird fairing on the bottom. That's gotta go. I don't know what the hell that is. I guess they're trying to cover up the exhaust.
It's a skid plate.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna make a smaller one. If this was my bike, I'd make a much more like cool. It'd be more functional.
Yeah, well, it's because there's 3 fucking headers to protect, right?
2. Their pinky toe for a fucking 701, like and that's a fucking $11,000 goddamn dirt bike.
Oh, the 1101 or the 701?
701, man, that's a fucking expensive dirt bike. Like,
it is, but if you break it down,
it's with this. That's what a great engine to do that with, and be like,
the 701
this is the everyman's 701. If they
I mean, I love the 701. I love everything about it. I'll even say the price. You might think the price is a lot, but I'd say you break down what it costs to build a WR450 like mine. The 701's cheaper. I mean, you're not going to build a WR450 like mine brand new for less than $12,000 at most. You're more likely going to be $13,000 to $14,000 all said and done building that bike. I got mine for $8,000 somehow with 6 hours on it. That deal came up and I just went on. I was like, "Are you serious? This guy's an idiot." And I figured out it's because he couldn't title it because he was financing it. So he would put like a temp tag on it every once in a while, and then that would work for a month. And you can only do like 2 or 3 of those a year. So it's like, was he going to use the bike for 3 months a year until he pays it off? So that's how I got lucky on that. Of his ignorance is how I got that bike for $8,000. Makes no sense otherwise. But anyway,
but still, like you said, it's an expensive bike. The 701, also an expensive bike. They can make this.
This will probably be though around. I have to imagine it's going to be around 11,000 or so. But yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like I could have this could be a everything bike if you really wanted it to be. Like I said, I would chop it down, make it into a more dirt bike, put a Supermoto dirt fender on it, and get a set of 17s for it.
No, leave it the way it is.
No, it needs both. You got to have 17s too, man. And
I want a rally bike. Like I've got such a hard on for rally bikes. It's not even funny, especially like
that motor is so perfect for a dual sport too. It's got so much torque. It's got more engine brake than my WR450, and like way more engine brake, which is crazy.
Have you seen the
what?
Talking about your FZ?
Yeah, the FZ's got more engine brake than my WR450, which is bizarre. Like normally a single cylinder, you're like, if you're not used to riding them, it's kind of violent the first time you let off the throttle. You're like,
I can't. Dude, that bike, if I had that instead of all the bikes I have right now, I'd probably ride that the most. That bike was so addicting to ride.
I had to do the
brake
same thing with my. I do the same thing on my FZ that I do on my WR when I'm like coming off the highway or slowing down, and I realize I can like. I don't even have to touch the brakes till I'm in first gear. So what I'll do is I'll tap the rear just a little bit to get the brake light on so people don't rear in my ass because you can slow down so quick. The only bike I can brake is 1100 cc Hypermoto Ducati that Fire Guy has.
It's so weird being used to engine brake and then not having it anymore.
Every time I get on inline 4, I almost plow into people.
The last time I rode a 2-stroke was the fucking most terrifying experience ever because like I'm so used to fucking racing on a motocross track on a 4-stroke. So I'd like there's this
you do that thing where you let off and you brace up but nothing happens.
Dude, I fucking was like there's this one corner, it's a 1-8, and it's like right as I come onto the track, there's this like vicious whoop section there. You got to hit like 3rd gear pin. So I was like, I'm used to doing that on my 450 wide open and fucking cooking it into the corner, no problem. And I did that on this 252 stroke, and I'm like waiting for the engine brake to kick in. All of a sudden, it's like holy fuck, and I just like launched off this fucking berm, like way out the field. Oh, it's so fucking scary.
I'll tell you, since I ride a 2-stroke on a regular basis, I almost never use engine braking on the street anymore. I'm just so used to it.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, even some of the electrics I've ridden, like the Zeros and stuff, you get on the brake, that engine, you feel that regenerative. And you can set it on stunt 1 and 2. You can make it so as soon as you chop the throttle, it kicks the regenerative in.
Yeah.
It's still not, I wish you could make it higher. I'm like, anything needs to go through the roof, but I think they've got it all lawyered out where it doesn't go too hard.
Yeah. Fuck,
I'm wondering if this Redshift thing, the Redshift SM.
Yeah, I was just gonna start talking about it. I want to ride that Redshift.
I want that thing so bad.
I want to ride it in the worst way. Could be such
let
a
us, if we showed up there, I guarantee you they'd let us. You want to go?
I fucking right. So let's do this.
We got to fly to San Francisco and go.
Let's fucking do this. Like, let me take one downtown somewhere, but like, give me the dirt version so that I can like launch stuff and like take it to skate parks.
You know what's so cool though about it? I think the SM version is the like they did. I don't think they you know, a lot of times the manufacturer, if they do happen to make an SM, they somehow like baby the bike down a little bit. I don't think it. I think it's the exact same bike as a motocross bike with 17s, which I'm like, yes, that is a hardcore SM right there. That's a real supermoto.
Oh, man, I want one of those so bad.
They always water them down when they make a supermoto. They're like, we built a supermoto, but we decided it needed 25 less horsepower for some reason. Like, thanks.
What bike you talking about?
The Alta Redshift.
Yeah, Alta Motors Redshift. Look those.
I never even heard of that.
Yeah, they're crazy. Like, if you look at like their Instagram page, man, like some of the shit they've had a couple like pro moto guys doing.
Did you see B-Rad on it?
So
B-Rad's video is the best I've actually seen on it.
Oh no, I've been watching like they have Josh Hill as their main test rider.
But I thought it was cool. I thought those were cool until I watched B-Rad. I'm not kidding because I didn't see anyone wheelie.
B-Rad's fucking a little extra skilled than the rest of us.
Yeah, it's crazy because he looks like a
nuts.
He's
like
nuts or something.
He's legit like extra skilled than a lot of us with the wheelies. He's a little too good with them.
In that Murder the Moon vid, man, it's his wheelies. They look like dicey, but it's like all just control.
No,
like,
dude,
he gets it back, and then he just like starts
smooth.
wobbling in it, and it's fucking.
He's doing
it's
that on
like
purpose.
Unreal.
He doesn't have to do all that. Like he's actually the few people I've watched it. Like I've seen a lot of guys. They'll do that like thing where they'll slow the bike down, come into it. Like they'll pull a wheelie up and actually slow it down, come into the light, which is super impressive.
Oh my god!
But B-Rad will do it like. It looks like it's crazy. The bike doesn't bobble at all. It just sits there like the tail, like a inch off the ground.
I'm sure people watching this know this, but like what he's doing is like that's a hood rat shit, man. He's doing like hood wheels.
Yeah. When you see him wobbling, dude, he's doing that. Yeah, he's literally doing the hood rat shit. Like,
I can from the burbs.
Yeah, and it's funny because he's so
he doesn't need to do it. Like he doesn't have to, but he does.
You look at him doing, you're like, this looks like. This it just looks weird.
Moto Bro does the same shit. It cracks me up. I watched Moto Bro Canyon. I watch him sit there and just hold badass. We like coast him down to a stop, super smooth one light. The next one, he's like, he'll do the hood rat style. So throws his hands all off and makes the bike wiggle around. And you're slowing way down. You're like, this dude's about to wreck. He's just
that shit's fun, man. It's fun to mess with people with that.
The first time I met Suburban. We met at some crab shack on the beach. And me and Arson met him, and then I remember he was having a few beers and whatnot, and I was like, all right, man, what are we gonna do today? And he goes, I don't know. He was just so laid back and chill. We pull out of this Joe's Crab Shack thing. He pulls that GSXR up fucking 1 o'clock, and and I shit you not, and I have to imagine this is what everybody thinks the first time they see Suburban Willie in front of them, like that he's just gonna loop it so hard. He brings that GSXR back, kind of like B-Rad does at times, and scares the living cock out of you. And I'll never forget the moment that, and it took me like a month before I got used to that fucker doing that, because you always think he's gonna crash. Is that kind of like what it's like being around B-Rad when he's fucking literally his fucking head is almost 2 o'clock and he's like almost hitting his head on the ground?
Check that.
He's one of the smoothest guys I've actually
Watch
seen.
that MTM vid, dude. He's scraping that bitch. Fucking.
He does it.
Like,
He does
Oh,
it
was he out
very
there on that
smooth, man. You guys got to hang around some of the supermoto crowds that really you're like, oh god, back up.
Yeah.
Dude, there is no supermoto scene out here in Cali, dude. I mean, there might be that I just don't know of, but
there's Southern California Supermoto. Those guys are badass. I've hung out with those dudes. There's,
I've never even.
There's
once.
Bay Area.
Are they around the LA or the Inland
Yeah,
Empire
they're
area?
around LA. Yeah, they're huge out there, dude. Then there's
I've never once even heard of them.
You gotta get a Supermoto to go find them. They're out there. And then up in San Francisco, they got that the Bay Area Supermoto guys. I mean, you've seen them on the news plenty of times.
That's far as fuck though.
Yeah, but
that's like 6-7 hours up.
There's crowds. No, like when we were out there at for the Husqvarna meet, man, Southern California Supermoto, they were super cool because like we don't know everywhere to go. You know, we had somebody that knew some canyon roads, but we didn't have anything else. So like they're like, "Oh, follow us, man." And they were got
a lot of that magical action on the canyons in LA. You guys got some of the best.
I ruined my roads, man. I thought I had some good roads. I'm like, they suck, man. We ain't got nothing.
In Cali?
Yeah, after I rode California, I came home and it ruined my roads. Like my roads suck.
Yeah. I thought you meant you were riding here and you didn't find nothing good.
Everything was good. I remember being on like a few of them. They're like, that one's okay. The next one's better. I'm like, that's
I never
the
even
best road I've ever been on.
And I never got to take you up my mountain right by me, dude. You would have had it would have been an entirely different experience for you. And
that day I came and rode with you guys for a little bit. No, I didn't have a camera that day. That sucked. That was fun. We went on some twisty road.
Talking about when we got Chinese food?
Did we? No, we went to that one bar, then we went to some other bar, and
oh yeah, that was a different day.
Suburban Delinquent wanted me to like party with him till like 2 a.m. I was like, I can't. I got to get this bike back tonight. And he's like, well, take it in the morning. No, but
are you gonna make sure you come out to SUMM next year?
I can't tell you what the hell's going to be going on in my life by then, but I
Commit
hope so,
now.
man. I hope so. I've got things in the works, and if these things in the works can go through the next few weeks, then I should be okay again.
Mercedes.
What? Hey man, this whole YouTube apocalypse thing, at least it's making me think outside the box. I'll tell you that much. It's making me be a little more savvy.
It's good.
Yeah, it might be at the end of all things. It probably will be a good thing.
It probably is, honestly.
Like I'm gonna be better set in the long term.
I gave up on it a long time ago. That's why I don't even make videos as much anymore, because it just if I want to go somewhere far, it actually almost like feels like it costs me money to make a video anymore. Even it's that bad now, at least on
that's
my
how
end. I ain't getting any of those limited ad things, but the revenue wise, it's as if it is that way. But
I will say that is one thing that's kind of a downer is like every time I think about doing a trip now, I'm trying to figure out how to make it like somewhat of a monetary
you can't make it.
And I hate to do that.
Yeah,
it should be like I'm gonna go
ride
ride with Derek because it's fun and it's good content and that'll work out. That's what it used to be, but it's not that way anymore. Hell, even last time when I went to SCMM, when I totaled expenses and looked at I lost good on that one. I was like, oh well. But I mean the Patreons paid for a little bit of it, but it didn't cover everything. I was out money at the end of the day. But I mean it was awesome. I had an amazing time. I got to meet all you guys and I thought it was fun. But yeah, if I look at it from a business standpoint, it was like, well, that was stupid.
Yeah. Well, SCMM, I don't try to look at it as I kind of degrade.
Well, you don't have to travel for it. I have to travel for it. It's just like when you came to Texas.
Not out of state. I feel you on that. I know what you mean.
Yeah, like you gotta you got to think like I got like, especially if you know, when I went you guys, I flew. I rented that bike was the most expensive. I rented that bike. I was like $800-900 to rent that bike.
We drove to Texas and back, and we all spent like $200 or $150 a piece for gas.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted to do
the
something
trip.
like that. My truck's kind of older though, and I was trying to find someone that's going, and I don't know.
It literally that whole trip, it was $150 in gas, and then what, $50 a piece for the hotel room, and then whatever I spent in drinks and having fun in Texas. That was my whole expenses when we did
that was probably the bulk of the money right there.
I can't even.
Wait, what was?
I can't.
The bulk of the money was on the drinks.
How much money
I probably spent as much as I spent in gas money on drinks. Yeah.
Right. In the first
about,
night.
like, I rented a bike for 7 days. We fucking went all out for 7 days. But I've been saving up for it for.
Yeah, I imagine renting that
Our
bike was expensive. That had to have been $1,000, wasn't it?
Was insane, huh?
Was that at least $1,000 to rent that bike for that long?
It was much more than that.
Okay, yeah, I was about to say no because yeah. Because I rented the Scout. The Scout was cheap.
No, it was much more than
You didn't rent, yeah, because you rented a. Yeah, okay.
I rented the Sportster for $89 a day with my AM
but
discount.
Tim, I was gonna get a Sportster too, but they screwed up and they're like, "We're gonna have to give you a Scout," and I was like, "Oh no, it makes 3 times the power."
Just to make sure to charge me what you were going to charge me originally.
They did though. They charged me. No, you know what it was though. I did have 1,200. I wanted the 1,200, but
okay, yeah, you pay.
But the Scout's like still double the power, but it's like the same size engine. It's
exactly
way meaner. That's I don't know.
We went all fucking out on the California trip, but like you gotta imagine, like the first one that we were supposed to go to, I broke my foot. I've been saving money since then to do it. Like,
Dang, flying out there, big ballin'.
Yeah, no, I didn't care, man. I was like dollar bills, y'all. I was fucking making it rain, dude. I was like, I'm not fucking saving a single dollar, guys. I had fucking saving up money for a year and a half to do this shit. I'm about to like pinch no pennies. You know what I mean?
That's the way to do it, though.
Sometimes I think of Josh like he's like that one guy from that movie, that show. What's that show? The baseball player that's all washed up.
Doogie Howser?
No, what's the big show about the baseball player that's all washed up, man? He says that. He's like dollar bills. That's the way you even said it sounded like him.
That's what you had to do.
What's his name?
Like,
He's
dude, I
down.
ain't going out spending fucking pennies. It's dollar bills, y'all.
Eastbound and Down, Kenny Powers, yeah.
Eastbound and Kenny Powers, yeah. When he
Has
said
had it.
dollar bills, it sounded just like.
Yeah, the way he says it's golden too.
God, I need to rewatch that series. That was an amazing. That's the greatest show ever, man.
It's fucking true.
Particularly season 1 and season 2, man.
Shit forever, dude. I wasn't about to fucking like. I wasn't about to shortchange nothing, dude. I didn't care what nothing cost. Like it was fucking. I like you can't do that, man. But like I've been trying to go to this shit. Like I sat down and watched everybody's STMM video with a broken foot. Like laid up.
That's the worst.
Like laid up with a broken foot. Like watching everybody's video, going, "Fuck, you gotta be fucking kidding me! I can't believe I watched this shit." And like I was like, "There's no way." Next year I'm fucking rolling out hard. And we did, man. It was fucking awesome. But I spent so much fucking money. There's no way I would have to have 10 million subscribers to like make back the money that I spent in California. Like, there's not
the only trip I've done that's been more in the red was definitely the Thailand trip, and if you equate for the fact that I broke a knee, it gets really, it gets really zany. I can't believe you did that. But that trip, well, because the original plan and everything, is if it had gone through, was we would have probably worked out. But don't even get me started on that. I'll just get.
Man, I was supposed to be on that trip, and then homeboy asked me to fucking give him X amount of money up front, and it sounded so sketchy to me that I.
Oh, it wasn't cheap though. I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, we had it somewhat subsidized through the RMC stuff we were doing, but. There was our Rock Moto crew where we were selling merch, but like, yeah, I mean, I know, it was kind of weird for you. I mean, I think I was like, we should get this guy to go. He's cool, And then I should have talked to you instead of him. That probably would have helped.
And that was before me and you. Honestly, me and you really didn't like.
But I totally would have still
we are today.
Totally go.
If this was today, obviously I would have fucking like been all over it. But
we had a couple weird things. You know who like was totally without any subsidization. We brought it up to him and he was down to go. Modonosity was like, yeah, I'll go. And then the Maringo, the guy from Rock, like pissed him off or something because he's kind of he comes off kind of weird, man, and he's aggressive. And Marinko was just like a kind of a dick to him, and the guy was like, Modonostity's like, well, fuck this shit. I guess I won't go then. Or I think he told him he wasn't allowed to go, and I was like, who the fuck are you to tell people they can and can't go if the dude's gonna pay his way? You fuck. That guy would have been great on video. He probably would have gotten more hustle done and got the videos made the way we were supposed to. Get back, and everyone's all like, oh, I don't want to work on the project. Well, fuck it then. That's why after like a year and a half, 2 years, I just released my own videos. I said, fuck you guys.
I love wrap this up. I can go to bed.
The biggest deal is like, when's Jake release the Thailand videos?
Yeah, like after I spent like $3-4 grand, and like I said, you had the knee surgery in there, we're like 14 grand.
Oh yeah, that wreck was out there, huh?
Yeah, it's not blew the knee out.
He killed that poor little Asian dog.
Hey,
God, that was so long ago. I forgot.
If I could go back to that moment right now, I would. And the only difference was I would have clutched the bike and leaned back.
Yeah,
trying to swing it.
Rip dog, rip.
He did when he got. Imagine, because what you don't see is the fact that I think I also go over him with the back tire too. That's what you don't see in the video. It's like sideways going over him. Like the bike's half.
And you probably got so many shoulda, coulda, wouldas on that video, but
wadded up and thrown out.
They weren't there to fucking be in the position to just have a random dog pop out on them for fucking in the split fucking second.
I already knew. If you watch the edit of it, I already knew before it came out. I said people are gonna be dumbasses, so I had to like edit in a way and show that I had 1.1 seconds to react. Like there's your reaction time. Figure it out.
It's just YouTube for you. It's just, you make so many videos, you can kind of like have a pretty solid prediction on how fucking comments turn out nowadays.
I know, man.
You ever edit a video and you literally have an impulse of a comment thread in your head of what the fuck someone's gonna say about what you just put in your video kind of deal, and you kind of like, let me go ahead and alter this a bit. You ever do that a bit? Like maybe something a little extra edgy or something a little out of the norm, or something in between those lines, and then you have to kind of like get that impulse of your prediction of how shit is and what people.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like.
I'll tell you, Derek, this is what I do for it. This wouldn't work for you, but Jake, it would work for you. This guy, Leon Lush, and when he calls it, it's just like an editor's note, right? When you like something comes up, you're like, dude, I need to explain more about this. And it's so stupid, but it works so well. Like basically you just like take a video of yourself with your front facing camera on your phone. About it.
That's good.
And what I'll do is I'll pause the video and make it go black, and have like a little like PNG of a phone come up, and then go like, hey, this is what I want to say about this clip, like with like the square in the phone PNG. It works like a fucking champ. I do it all the time on my videos.
I remember Spicy had to do it.
So you're essentially like you're talking on the phone.
You sit there.
Yes, and I'll take it on my phone. Like I'll bust out my phone and like take it with a front facing camera like I'm talking, and I'll like say like, oh, editor's note, by the way, in this scenario, this is what this happened and blah, blah, blah. And like I'll have a phone PNG of like an iPhone, because I have an iPhone, like come up, and I'll have like that video, which is already a square.
Yeah.
And that's how I do editor's notes, and it works really fucking well, because it's like that point where you're like, I want to add something extra, and like say, because it didn't work in the video, is like it's an editor's note, it's a fucking sidebar.
What I've done the past 3 months, I bought a fucking so simple, so old school, so medieval, but bought me a whiteboard and put a fucking fat line through the middle, a to-do list and a videos list, and the to-do list is what to bring on videos, and the videos list is what videos to make. And I shit you not, I'll look up at that board. It's right above my computer, and I'll look at that board every day and be like, oh fuck, I forgot about that. And I shit you not, it makes me think that I might have even forgot to edit videos that I've made in the past, because like I might have lagged on it enough of a time and made a new one before I edited that one. I might have videos right now in my vault that I've never edited and I don't even know it. And it's thanks to this whiteboard. And like I'll sit here, I'll just be doing the most random, mundane fucking thing. And this random ass thought, I'll be watching a YouTube video, something that has nothing to do with motovlogging, and I'll have like some fucking inspiration of a video. I'll write it down on that video of a video to make. And I will say that is, for somebody that's made hundreds and hundreds of videos over the last years, and you're feeling burnt out on topics, or you want to get a little more original, think outside the box, that shit is extremely fucking awesome and helpful. And I know everyone's got a cell phone. Fuck your cell phone. Get a whiteboard, because it's always on your wall. It's in your face. You're looking at the damn thing. You're all the notes in your phone won't help. You need to physically write it with your hand. Make the motion of writing the words, reading it in your head, right? Looking at it on the wall, and you remember it easier. And it helps just get them ideas jotted out quicker. And that's just like a personal little tip I've been doing that, if you guys want to try to do that, it's a simple, easy ass task. You can get one at Walmart for fucking $8.
Yeah, man, I do that every day. I've got like a fucking 6 foot wide whiteboard right in my living room, and I fucking have like all my shit I got to do.
It's essential, isn't it? Isn't it essential? It points out your day, your videos, everything.
Yeah, and it's
tattoos and
like, that's why I have it in my living room too. So if I ever feel like I go sit my ass on the couch and I'm about to like park it, I'm like, oh fuck no, I got shit to do. It just reminds me.
I'm so forgetful. I'll think of an idea and I'll forget it 30 seconds later, and like that literally before that 30 seconds goes by, I'm writing it, and it's there forever until I erase it when I made the video. And it's such an awesome, like, it keeps you up to your shit if you feel like you're just getting out of whack.
That's where people get so fucked up. I can't tell you how many people who don't make videos say, like, I've got these awesome ideas. I do this.
Yep.
Like I had a great idea for a video. I had a great idea for this. Guess what? Ideas don't mean shit. They mean less than shit. Any
until
idea
you do it.
you've ever had means diddly squat unless you actually fucking do it.
Mm-hmm. That's and that whiteboard will be looking at you every fucking day with the words you wrote to do the video. See, I kept doing these on my cell phone, and I put them in notepads. I don't look at my notes. You know what I'm saying? I don't open that application. And that's where, like, you hang this fucker above your computer. You're on your computer most of the day. You hang that fucker above your computer to kind of like motivate you, like looking up at it, like, oh fuck, I still got to do that idea I just wrote 2 days ago. Oh, this idea on the top of the list I wrote a week ago. I have a different frame of mind right now from when I wrote that idea. Now I have even more ideas on that. Like it branches off on you. And I never thought something so fucking simple and old school, it's equivalent to a fucking chalkboard back in the day. You know what I'm saying? It's like fucking caveman's writing stone fucking shit on the wall. It's just